This episode of Speakers of Eidolon is made possible by our generous patrons. Special thanks to our Supreme and Master Speakers, Omeji Cat Comet, Erisu Yamakawa, Alex Franco AV, Winebow Brood, Psyche, Asuta Starbreeze, Cletus Oreo, Nina Grimstarter, Lily Black, Bob CC, Mictor Robintau, Edwin, Anathos Moonscar, Pamela Isley, Elenriel Maximus, Codruth Novelist, Mira Miri, Celestau Nautrell, Lazy Boy, A Wild Sarah, Luke Osborne, Pandalu Stormarrow, Tex, Kylin, Arthur Law, Beridan Derard, Cypup, Spencer Christmas, Noy Fafnir, Celine DeLune, Webster Wolf, Severa, Sir Cabarakil, AJ Brainswordson, Kazran, Ventos Tia, Edward Allond, Nat Clay, Gregorium, Cafe, Ryark Forbear, and Pizza Pockets. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/SpeakersXIV. Thank you.
This is Speakers of Eidolon.
Good evening, Eorzeans. Welcome to Speakers of Eidolon episode 351. I'm Lukiel Bravestone, and I'm joined today by Georgi Wiston, Mela Wanadar,
Mela
Wiston, Wallow Jason, Lukiel Bravestone.
and Wallow Jason. All right. Anyways, welcome everyone. It happened.
Incredible.
I don't think I've ever fucked up your name like that, but there it is. 351 episodes in. I said Wanadar. It is May 20th, 2023, and 6.4 is literally right around the corner. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're probably watching it on patch day. There might be maintenance. I'll try to release it earlier so that you have something to do while you wait. Or while you're doing stuff.
Oh my god, dude. Just like a brick fucking wall. What the fuck? Something about this shirt makes me look like a fucking, it's like just a fridge.
You're like a fireplace. Like a Minecraft fireplace. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, yes, so 6.4, we're going to go through the patch notes, and it's a lot to go through. Yeah. So that is most of what we're going to talk about today. We're also going to talk about the rampant maintenance going on and issues in the North American data centers. Stay tuned for the post show. If you're all, we'll also be reading MogMail, speakersxIV.com/MogMail. Stay tuned for the post show. We'll be answering questions from the syndicate. In channel updates, as always, looking for mods, speakersxIV.com/mods 2023. All right, that's all I have. Let's jump into recent events. All right. Let's go. Yeah, here we go. Yes. So, like I said, beautiful. North America is having some. There's some issues, and it's very mysterious. It's kind of it's odd because it's all happening after an upgrade. So if you've been playing
the server architecture have been changed.
Yes. So if you've been playing on the North American Data Center recently, after these centers, after the upgrades, you've noticed this for sure. Issues with the servers going down, just unstable servers. Like it's been bad. Some really horrible lag, apparently, latency issues. So recently, May 18th, this is, I think at the time of recording, this was the most recent one. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties with the North American data center. The issue is being investigated and addressed, and additional information will follow as the situation develops. We apologize for any inconvenience this may be causing. Issue details: unable to access the North American data center. Cause under investigation. Then they follow up. This affected all North American data center worlds. Then this was followed up with the recovery. During the times listed below, we were experiencing technical difficulties with the North American data center. We are pleased to announce that the issue has been resolved. We apologize for any inconvenience. So the server was down from 11 p.m., May 18th, 11:08 p.m., until May 19th, 2023 at 12:56 a.m. PDT. So, a couple of hours. The cause was backbone network equipment issue. So, that's kind of mysterious. Have they been, like, someone's been duped here when they were told this was going to be an upgrade, it feels like. Because this is not an upgrade.
Growing pains.
Might be growing pains. But you'd think such a big company like Square Enix would hire or would buy services from a reputable and good, server. I don't even know what to call them, like operator, data center, whatever.
The solution is to get them out of California. It's been trouble ever since.
Yeah,
we got to go back to the East Coast.
Yeah,
go back to Canada.
I mean, to be fair, it should just be in like Central America, like in the middle of the US.
Well, it makes the most sense.
The issue is there's not really much infrastructure
Texas.
in the central. Well, Texas is a very far south as well. It's
Yeah,
the most far south part of the US, isn't it?
But
most Final Fantasy XIV players are on the south half of America, for sure.
Yeah. Kansas City servers make it happen.
Because all the northern Americans are too cool for 14.
Yeah,
probably.
No New Yorkers play this game.
Yeah,
no New Yorkers, no people in Seattle.
No, there are no people living there.
Frasier, they don't play Final Fantasy. They're psychiatrists and stuff.
I don't think Seattle is real. Actually, I think that was just a
Oregon.
They made it for for Frasier.
Yeah, what?
You can't
Space
tell me that
Needle?
Wyoming's real,
As if
brother.
that's real. Funny.
Oregon, more like it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm sure we're gonna get comments from people who are gonna actually us here, but you can't deny the fact that is curious. How much trouble there's been since the so-called upgrade. But who are we? But simple peasants. That was going somewhere, didn't want to finish it.
No, just keep going.
No, I'm done with that. All right, that's it. Any theories?
I mean, I don't know anything about data center management. Maybe it is just some bad node. Maybe some ISP issues in the local area. Could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll get it sorted out eventually to where it's more steady consistently, I guess.
Yeah.
It's probably difficult to transfer an entire game's architecture from one system to another.
But they've done it before. They did it with the EU one multiple times. In fact, they did it twice.
Has it been smooth sailing?
The EU's a lot smaller.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
The EU is smaller. That is true.
Yeah, that is true.
The US is
maybe
now
this new
4
architecture is not
data
as
centers.
compatible.
Yeah.
It could be that because it was made for old architecture, it's having some teething issues with getting to grips with whatever the new service.
Well, the EU one was even like moved from Canada to Germany, I believe.
Yeah.
So
That's
like
true.
it went along, it traveled far. But so you could argue, whatever. It does. I don't know. Someone will explain it in the comments, I'm sure.
Chad is saying that it's a bad ISP node in Sacramento, California.
So it is California. That's the problem.
So we should cut off the West.
Get out of there.
You say I like that you caught on to the California part and not the ISP part.
Yeah. Well, it's funny.
The state's fault.
It's California's fault.
Take
I
that.
agree.
Yeah.
Governor of California.
I'm also not
don't
entirely
care
convinced
anymore.
that California is real. Okay.
No.
So I know.
Basically, it's only New York.
I think I think New York and maybe Washington D.C. is real.
Yeah.
But to be
Or
fair, it does look a
Washington,
little
London.
cartoonish sometimes.
A
So-
Hollywood sign? Really?
Yeah, letters
Exactly.
in nature, that doesn't occur. So
Not naturally. That's
No.
for sure.
so I think that's fake. So,
They make so
Mm.
many songs and movies about it just to convince
Right.
you it's real.
Yeah.
California Girls.
Yeah.
A bunch of Hollywood movies about Hollywood I don't care to see.
Right. You know what else they make music about? Bilbo Baggins.
Yes.
lost me on that one.
Well-spoken point. A well-spoken
I don't know
point.
where you're
I
going.
rest my case, Your
Bilbo
Honor.
Baggins.
All right. Thanks. We're gonna move on to MogMail now. But thanks. This is from this is from Calamity Dreadnought. That's number 7 in our show notes. From Sargatanis. Hello, speakers. Long-time lurker here. Well, with patch 6.4 possibly concluding the Void Arc, do you all think Taynor, Unukalhai, and Cyella will play a role during the patch? With us no longer having a means to enter the 13th, will we turn to them to open a Void Gate / Hollow for us back on the 1st? Seeing as the dungeon takes place on the Source and the Trial on the 13th's moon, maybe they will open a Void Gate for us on the 1st leading to the moon, allowing us to confront Golbez. I would love to hear your thoughts on this.
I think we talked about this once before when we were initially going to the Void and thinking about whether these characters would have any role in it. And I think our conclusion at the time was it would be difficult because it requires you to have done side content for the Warring Triad and the role quests in Shadowbringers. So there's an element of like, it could be a bonus appearance if you've done them, but I don't know if it would be more difficult to introduce them.
I think that might be something they could do, like maybe like a cameo, like just because you've done the quest, like an acknowledgement of them, perhaps. I think that's as far as they'll go. Like maybe a throwaway line, even like that's all we're getting. But
I can't even imagine a cameo because like they're on the 1st. I don't see us ever visiting the 1st in this patch, at least from what I've seen in the trailer.
Yeah,
But I could see like a side quest unlocking after. After you've done whatever happens in the Void or something, another part in the chain.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, go on, Yuri.
I would say that is possible not in this patch because we know every quest based on the preliminary notes, and there's nothing that like looks like it takes place in the 1st.
That's true.
No, I mean like a side quest that unlocks.
Oh,
Like
right, because
after you
all
finish
side
this queue.
quests are not listed, right? If it's just
Yes, they are.
They are.
Are they
yeah.
listed? Oh,
Yeah, everything's
Yeah.
listed.
Yeah, they are.
But it could be in a
But they
future-
might be a future patch, so we don't know
If
that.
it's the only time they don't mention side quests is for like expansions.
Yeah, but it might be a point something patch that they wouldn't
Yes,
put that.
it could be.
Yeah.
It could be 0.45. It could be 0.5.
Yeah.
There is a possibility. They did say that they were going to touch further upon the Void quest line on the 1st, which they haven't touched since 0.54, I think.
Yeah, because we did talk about this briefly last time, but it is strange that now that we're finally going to the Void, that we're not even acknowledging what was literally called Void quests from Shadowbringers, which set up all this stuff. There was all the stuff with the whatever his name was, like the big
Taynor.
Yeah,
He was the one who got trapped in the Void Gate.
Yeah.
In the there was the Black Mage one or whatever.
Yeah, there was a lot of shit that happened in that story that was tied to the Void. And back then, if you look back on those episodes, we were already then theorizing like, ooh, Void stuff is coming. It is coming now, but it took a while. And it's weird that it's not tied to that quest. Yeah.
There's this weird thing that this game does where they tie characters that you would otherwise think would be involved in storylines that are taking place in the MSQ behind side quests, and that results in them not being able to use them anymore. Like Gaius.
Yeah.
And it was very strange having these quite unusual characters being humanoids that were, intelligent and whatever, who came from the 13th within our world. And then weirdly enough, we used our soul siphoning whatever technology to get Unukalhai to the first very quickly. And we had these people, we could have asked them questions, we could have gained knowledge from them now that we're going to the 13th. We just ignored them.
Yeah.
And then once we've been there and done everything, it would be weird again to be like, just completely, not acknowledge the fact that we've gone to their homeworld. We can tell them all about it.
Yeah.
We can say, listen, do you remember Golbez when you were there?
Yeah. Do you
Or
know
maybe
him?
you don't. Yeah, do you, who is this
you
villain
can-
that we're
I mean,
interacting
you can talk to them now, and they will acknowledge the story, but they
Yeah,
can't
but not
interact
to
with it.
it's just a bit frustrating. It's like when Unukalhai was shepherded over during the Warring Triad period, did he know about Golbez? Was he aware that Ashdai, like a great worm, had been captured on his planet? How much did they know?
Right.
It's very frustrating. And the fact that most Voidsent are horrible creatures, and yet these three people, well, not Taynor because he was taken, but the other two are they survived very well. They don't really talk about the Contra Memoriam War. They don't really talk
'Cause it
about
didn't exist
life
back
on the
then.
13th.
Yeah, that's
Well, no, but you know what I mean. Like, they don't talk
yeah.
about any of their history, anything about their planet.
Well, it leaves a lot of potential, like I said, for future quest lines possibly with them. So I do hope that we one day actually get some continuation there, because it's again weird that the void quests are not being brought into the void shit that's happening right now.
I
Was
think they need
Ashdai
to.
there? Ashdai was captured during the
No,
Allegheny
Ashdai
Era,
was.
or at least went
Ashdai
over to the
wasn't-
Void.
Yeah, Ashdai was never captured.
No, she
Ashdai
flew
willingly went
into
to the
the-
void.
She went into
Yeah.
the Void.
Yeah.
During the Allegheny Era, so she must have been around 13th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was Ashdai though after Unukalhai? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashdai got there after Unukalhai would have left.
Yeah, because he was shepherded over recently-ish, even if there's the timey-wimey stuff.
Sure.
I don't. Yeah.
Wait, when did Unukalhai leave the void?
Well, within our
Unukalhai-
timeline, it was while we were doing the Warring Triad.
Right, but what
well,
is
yeah, that's
he
true.
told-
But he was taken way earlier than that.
yeah, there
He was
was.
taken back when the void fell.
Yes.
Yeah. But if the Void were invading the Source, or there was the Void Gate that was opened between the Source during the Allegheny Era, and the Void Scent had come out of there, that would be after it had fallen.
Well, the thing is that our timelines aren't synced, so whatever there's a lot of.
It's very difficult to pinpoint.
Yeah.
But even so, they should be consulted on their world. I think that's fair.
I would be.
I don't think any of us disagree with that.
No.
I think the issue, though, is that I think if it was just the Warring Triad, I think they wouldn't be as afraid to make that a requirement for the MSQ. It's the fact that it's tied to the role quest, that it requires someone to have to level 4 different jobs to 80.
Yeah.
Is a much bigger commitment.
Yeah. Some people don't want to play certain roles.
Reward me though. I did it. Give me something. I did it all. And then
I
some.
sort of agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me a little crumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little nugget of lore. I think the best solution here is what Rodder said, having a side quest unlock at some point to acknowledge what we have done, to let them know what we have done, and for them to have perhaps some hope for the 13th, or some just some conclusion to them existing within our world, our time.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely going to happen at some point. I would be shocked if they started this quest line. It's got its own section in the journal as far as I remember. So I feel like they're going to continue it at some point.
Yeah.
I hope so.
It'd be weird if they didn't. So we'll.
I think they need to be less afraid of locking MSQ behind requirements to do certain side content.
Yes.
I agree. And we've had a lot of void lore from the little peptide things.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
That was a lot of void lore.
Mhm.
So, you know, he was cool. I don't know what, I can't remember what he's doing now, but. Oh, he was good. He's just like, he just is like a Radiant host or something now. He just
Yeah,
joined the Radiant host now. He's like a funny little void man.
yeah,
But, like, yeah,
Yeah.
they should get a bit of a look into.
yeah. I mean, they've become more
Maybe join
comfortable.
Tari's Grand Adventure.
Yeah. Oh
one
yeah,
day.
that's a possible. Well, yeah, possibly. That's actually a good idea because they already have locks
Yeah,
in
exactly.
place for
Like with the
Tatara's
void,
Grand Endeavor.
yeah,
With like,
the-
you have to finish this to do
Mhm.
that.
That is an optional piece of content. though.
Yes.
Well,
but
exactly. But then
that's-
it's an optional side quest, so
I-
it's the same situation with this.
Yeah, I don't.
We can go to the first, and then during that, we can talk to them.
It's an easier way to do this because they're more comfortable doing that than having MSQ locked behind.
Mhm.
Even though they
Hmm.
have become, like I said, more comfortable with it, they have made certain alliance raids required and stuff
Mhm.
to continue the MSQ. All right, well, thank you, Calamity Dreadnought.
Thank you.
We will know more by
Good
the
to you.
time this goes up on YouTube, I guess. So, yeah.
Yeah, so Dreadnought indeed.
Dreadnought indeed. All right, that's all we have time for MogMail. We have to read the patch notes now, so I'm gonna get that up and going. Just realized that I didn't have them open. Yeah, so you know we're doing it live. All right, here they are. These are preliminary patch notes, which is annoying because by the time you are watching this on YouTube, you already have the full patch notes, so there might be things in there that we are not going to acknowledge in this video, so sorry.
It's normally only the job changes, which we'll probably address next week.
Yeah.
It's the real like drilled down, you know, things that not, you know, it's interesting, but it's not something you want to listen to people just walk through.
Right.
This is the main stuff.
So here it is, the patch notes. So there were some pictures, we've seen them before, for the MSQ. Currying Flavor is the name of the first quest.
It is.
Do you have any thoughts on that, man?
No, I just thought it was amusing and slightly insensitive, but it was very funny.
Yeah.
I just think it's an unusual quest to have with this elephant in a sari.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Well, I don't think it relates specifically.
No, I
feel
don't.
as
I
if
just-
that's later in the
It's
MSQ.
very funny.
Yeah. Yeah, Currying Flavor. How many
I'll never
quests?
get over the Matanga.
How many?
9.
9? Okay, I'm just gonna fix
That's
it all
about
here.
right. I think
Yeah.
they're doing really
Yeah.
well in terms of length of story in patches these days. It's always meaty
I
and there's
agree.
not too much
Right.
back and forth.
Yeah.
Stormblood was unfortunately at its lowest, where there was only like 4 or 5 per
Mhm.
Yeah.
patch.
And even
which
with
was
those, some
little
of them
too
felt
small.
back and forth,
Yeah.
which was like
Mm.
very irritating.
Yeah. Okay, but character portraits have been implemented for battle dialogue during main scenario instance quest battles starting from the patch 2.0 quest Brotherly Love through the final quest of patch 2.55. So this is the ongoing work with adding
Oh
the
yeah.
portraits. So
Mhm.
You know what's
So which
funny with
quest? Yeah.
I was gonna say, Joe, what's funny with the MSQ list?
What?
Every single patch, the last quest is the name of the patch, but they always question mark it out.
well, maybe one day it won't be, Mela.
That will be a real.
Oh,
that
yeah.
that will blow my
Whoa.
mind.
Newfound Adventure was the first patch of
Oh.
of 6.1.
That's a good
The
point.
first quest name.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
it was.
Oh, they pogged us.
because that makes sense. Because
Well,
you
yeah.
know, yeah.
Yeah. Does anyone know what quest Brotherly Love is?
No, I'll look
No.
it up. I'll look it up for
I
I
you.
don't
can't
know, it's not
even
in my head.
imagine what that quest
Oh,
would
it's a Sylph quest, level 22 Sylph quest. Kamuxio in the East Shroud gives it you, and you have to find Claxio,
be. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
and then
no,
you
I remember.
return to
Yeah, okay.
Little Solace.
is that the first? Is that the first instanced battle that is after the city-state MSQs?
At level 22,
It's
I
22.
suppose. It's pretty low level, so maybe. I mean, I guess. So.
I mean, between 16 and 22, I wouldn't be surprised. No,
You leave the
wouldn't
city
be.
state at level 15.
Yeah, you do. You
Yeah, you
leave it
get
at 15.
your
And there's definitely
chocobo.
the one that's in. There's definitely the one that's in the Lost City or whatever it's called in Eastern Thanalan as well.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah. I believe that's one of the last quests we ever did in our replaythrough of A Realm Reborn.
Wow.
Oh, so sad. You guys couldn't commit to the bit even.
No,
Why this quest?
I don't know. I mean,
It's possible with the rework of A Realm Reborn, this is the first one that now requires it, because I've not played through since they've done all the changes. Maybe
Right.
some of the ones that we remember have been removed. I wouldn't be able to confirm that.
I don't know.
Well, last time I worked on my my Oceania alt, the one that I just described about the Lost City is still there.
Okay.
Okay. I see.
Maybe those just don't require character portraits as
Yeah.
much. Yeah, maybe this is where they thought now's the time to introduce.
Oh wait,
these
it does
cool-
say character portraits for battle dialogue in instance battles prior to Brotherly Love will be implemented. I mean, they just had to like they had to stop
They just
somewhere.
started an arbitrary point in time.
It's just it is very arbitrary. I think that's the only issue I have with
it is random. Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, Chronicles of a New Era quest have been added. Pandemonium, Eater of Souls is the first quest.
So that's obviously going to be something. Well, maybe it's not related to the Titus boss, but he always looked like that. He looks like an Eater of Souls.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he eats souls.
Yeah.
He does.
Has that look about him.
Yeah, but maybe there's that's some overarching.
There's going to be 5 quests. I think that's one more than last time.
Okay.
Well, it's the
This is
wrap-up
the
as
end,
well, I
so-
guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Wrap-up quest. Nice.
All right. So after that, we have A Fairy Tale Come True, which is Tatara's Grand Endeavor. No.
No, it's not.
It's,
Oh, that is
No, it's not.
It's a little special one for scholars level 30.
Oh, that's for. Okay, I see.
It's to ruin.
I said
ruin
this
their
would be
fairy.
this would be a thing.
Yeah, they
It's
actually
like
did
how
it.
there's a quest. Yeah, there's a quest to unlock glamours, Aggie glamours for summoner. It would only make sense for there to be one for scholars.
Mm-hmm.
Eggy glamours. Wasn't that system they introduced where they said you'd be able to have an Eggy of Sephiroth and,
Well, That's the one.
all of the
That's the one.
Prime
And now we're
Ministers.
enjoying
How-
all of them. Thank God we have the full roster now.
How
Yeah,
old
thank God.
is that like statement that he said? It's like
Yeah.
7+
Oh,
years now.
it's
It's
so.
ridiculous, Rollo.
It's very old, but I don't think it was. It was not Eggy Glamours. It was. Oh
Just
God,
more eggies, wasn't it?
it was just more Eggies. Yeah.
More Eggies.
That
But
was-
we've never got any Eggies.
That was around like end of Realm Reborn or beginning of Heavensward was when they started promising. Or I'll be. It's been a long time. I don't remember if it was just one of Yoshi P's many. We are thinking of, and then you can like hear like the devs in the background go, no. We were just thinking out loud. But yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was a thing. But yeah, you're getting your Eggy Glamours.
Congrats.
Goodbye.
Or your fairy
Celine.
Glamours even.
Goodbye, Celine. Goodbye, Eos.
Yes.
I'll never see you
Oh.
again.
Then there's Tatara's Grand Endeavor. Aggressive
Yeah.
expansion.
That's right. Gaius is back. He's the Black Wolf, and he's
here.
taken
There are two
over
quests
again.
here, which is interesting because every previous Tatara has only had one.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Oh no, Gaius is playing EU4. His aggressive expansion. He didn't
Yeah.
watch it. Now it's too high, and everyone's forming a coalition against him. No.
No.
Yeah.
Too many factions are forming.
Yeah. He has become the emperor
The
of.
Earthen populists. No.
Yeah.
Mm.
History repeats itself with Gaius, it seems.
Which one's Megina? Is that his daughter?
No,
No.
Magina is the person that's over at Tatara's boutique.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this is interesting. This is two quests.
Yes.
This is
But we'll
not
go
normal.
to Turncliffe. That is possibly the biggest reason to do this quest.
Yes, the
Just to see
Empire of
Turncliffe again.
Turncliffe to you.
Sorry.
Yeah. So.
But we'll get to be in Turncliffe after Garlemald has fallen now. This will be quite an interesting time.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
We'll get to see what it's like nowadays.
Yeah.
They'll just say,
And-
"Whoa, that's crazy." Anyway, my daughter.
It's so true. That is so true.
Still like fucked up and traumatized.
It's probably going to be
I
quite
love Gaius.
have left quite a bit impact on Gaius, because Gaius was very
A definite loyalist.
loyalist, I think, not to the regime but to the state,
To the,
to the country,
to
to the nation. Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Man,
which
I'm
is
so
understandable.
glad I didn't help with that at all. I didn't do anything.
He was loyal to Varys as well as a person.
That's
Yes.
true.
Even if he wasn't necessarily loyal to his mission.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, Gaius is a,
He thought
he's a
he
complicated
he
man.
thought he could fix him.
But he couldn't.
He couldn't.
And instead he
Every
had
girl
Well,
thinks that.
5 orphans. And he
No
killed
one
most
got
of
the
them.
chance to because they killed him.
They ruined Varys.
Yeah.
They did a big
I will
mistake.
never get over the
Xenos
death.
ruined Varys.
Xenos ruined Varys.
Ruined
Yeah.
Varys. Yeah, I'll never get over that. I'm sorry.
No, me neither.
Okay, Island Sanctuary, of course. Unnamed
An
island still.
ideal marriage.
Dude, when can we name our island? Do you think that'll ever happen?
No.
Because it's
No.
the fact that it's just called unnamed makes it sound like maybe one day.
I don't think we'll ever get to name it. I think if it gets named, it will be named via the story.
Yeah,
okay.
we're not going to choice.
Yeah.
Let me name it. I want to call it Aldefino or something.
That's too many keys, Rollo. They don't have that many lying around
Yeah.
for us to like name things.
All the
If you're
digital
willing to
keys,
get rid of
no.
having armor for the next 3 expansions.
Or if
Yes.
we get to name it, Rollo, it's gonna be like Chocobo Racing, where it's like a just pre-mades.
I liked that.
Yeah,
I
Princess
love thinking
Diana,
fun names.
or was
Yeah,
it Lady Diana? I think mine is called.
Excellent Biscuit.
yeah.
I loved him.
Yeah, Big Zippy, which is my little.
I really
Chocobo
like the
in
naming
11.
system for Chocobo Racing.
Yeah.
Name it sucks.
Yeah, Chocobo Racing. Compared to 11, just to make an aside here, 11's Chocobo Racing like system superior.
Very
The
superior.
entertainment of like betting on a Chocobo and then watching the race and having like commentators, that's great. There's like even like a stand it's great.
with all the other
Mm.
players. I mean,
Yeah.
I agree,
Yeah.
but like ours would be on par if it didn't have like a 4 to 5
Well,
second delay on button
I
clicks.
wish we had both. I mean, I
Oh,
wish.
I'd love to be able to bet on races.
Yeah, wish we were able to bet on races and watch the race that people
It's
are
so much
playing.
better.
That would have
Yeah, I don't
improved
want
it
to
so
race.
much.
I'm not
Right.
a horse
That would be
jockey or
cool.
chocobo jockey.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But I just feel as if that's never going to happen. I feel like they don't
No.
want 2 systems based on the same thing.
They should
Well,
though.
they're going
Or
to delete the
do-
old one.
Which
Yeah, delete the old one. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
As long as it's as deep in 14, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because the breeding thing would be so much more fun if you once you get to pedigree 9 or whatever
Yeah.
and you're racing, it just feels like it doesn't really matter anyway.
We'll also say that in 11 compared to 14, too in depth. The fact that you start with an egg that you have to
Better.
look over, you have to watch it, you have to take care
You do
of
that
it.
here, you have to go to Bent Branch Meadows and wait 8 hours or whatever.
Yeah, but here it takes days. It takes months to
Fine.
fully grow a chocobo, and you have to be kind to it so that it'll view you as its parent, and you have to like take him out for a walk to make him strong.
I'm not against that.
I mean, not me neither, I guess, but it's a lot, and I see
It's
why
for the
they
people
cut
who
that.
want that content.
Yes, yes,
There's not enough horizontal stuff in this game.
that's true. That is true. That we
That's
had
right.
Relic.
Yeah.
Now we don't.
No, we don't.
Relic be gone.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, Island Sanctuary. That is to, I assume, unlock outdoor furnishings. Probably.
An ideal
Yeah.
marriage? No, this is probably once you hit 16.
Okay.
Oh, it's like a one. Oh, it's like a vision or whatever they call them. What are they called? They're not called
No,
quests.
that's not a vision. Vision. No, this is a quest.
Oh, this is just
this
a straight
is
up
like-
quest.
Well, it's
Island
the
quest.
equivalent of what they have as quests. Visions are like things that require you to do things. These are things where they normally have like an NPC join your
Oh,
island.
Yeah.
Ah.
Right.
Last time Sardu and Cyrena came to our island, I don't know who's going to come for an ideal marriage.
Right. Okay.
We'll see.
We'll see. New chapters have been added to New Game Plus, Chronicles of a New Era, Pandemonium. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Big quality of life update. The graphics for the quest icon that displays above escort NPCs has been changed for certain quests.
All right.
What
That-
type of escort is this? You mean the ones where they come along with you and you can like talk to them in the world, or do you mean one where we have to follow their path?
I think it's one where they follow you.
Yeah, I think it's
That's
with
what they call the
the
escort quest.
yeah,
Okay.
the one where you can talk.
It's
in
the ones where
the circles.
they follow us.
Yeah.
I don't
And it has the
remember this
blue
veteran
circles.
Radiant.
No, I don't remember him.
No.
Well,
I mean, he
it's for a
could be
new
in
one.
this patch, but like, he
I don't
looks
want to walk
boring.
around with him.
Why
Yeah,
is?
I
Yeah, I don't
he's
want to
not
walk around
interesting
with
to
this
me.
man.
Wow. Be nice.
I mean,
to him.
this is an icon that I think has been in the game for a long time. This is one of the unused icons.
Oh,
There's actually a list people have
It's
pulled
on,
out that list a long time ago. It's like
Game Escape. Yeah,
Gamer Escape. There's a lot of mysterious icons that have been in the game since A Realm Reborn, and so sometimes they'll just pull a random one out and be like, "We'll use that," and you can tell that that's what they've done here because it's not very aesthetically pleasing. I'll say. I mean,
No. Why do we?
It's not aesthetically pleasing. It jars.
yeah.
Why do we need this icon? I mean, whatever. Systems,
I don't
stuff,
know.
Yeah, I don't
I've
know.
never. Like it says, an NPC is now going to accompany you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll live with it.
I feel like I don't need to know that before
No, I
I
agree.
click
No.
on him. You know what I mean?
No.
Like I'd be fine with it. Like it tells you anyway when you click on him. So
And also, if you
I guess
if you realize you can't do the escort quest because you have to make dinner or something, I don't think there's a timeout feature for an escort quest.
no,
I think
there's not a
just-
timeout, but like maybe like for weird people that like want to like if you're queued up for like a roulette or something, or if you want to leave the zone, so you know that like if either
Yeah.
of those things happen while you're mid quest,
I guess.
you'll have to restart it again. I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, hey, it's just an icon. If they feel it's necessary, go ahead. Whatever, I don't care.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm not. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Anyways, well, there you go. Quality of life update.
There's a lot of QoL updates in this patch, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the more minor ones.
Yes. And also, it feels like a little bit of an afterthought because I believe that's an old icon they just kind of dug out of.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have to
Sure.
add anything. All right, Fates. New items are available from certain gemstone traders.
I just
Ah,
truly couldn't care less
Yeah.
about bright colored gemstones, but I guess one day I'll have to do them all.
Yeah.
I'm loaded on
I'll-
those gems. I'm capped out. I'm ready to spend.
how have
I
you,
bet
have
you're
you got
not,
every
Rollo.
single song, Rollo?
I bet you've not got the mounts or whatever they are.
You got every single song. Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, it's I really like doing the fates. Get the bike. I don't know.
What the hell?
I just zone out and I do it because I like the fates. I don't know.
I need to do
I
I
this.
just
I
can't
haven't.
find enough. Oh,
I don't think I have
just-
finished a single zone from like the Fate. System.
I might have almost finished one in Shadowbringers.
I always do it in the middle of every zone as an expansion because I want to get the mount speed up. So, and I just go.
Well,
from
I
there.
always do it. So I always get the first 6 so that I get the mount speed up. But,
Oh
like,
yeah,
I don't
I think I
keep
am
going.
Hmm.
if I come across fates while I'm doing the MSQ, I will do them.
Right.
I just find them very boring doing fates, and if there's no one doing them, they're almost impossible. Or they're laborious. It's only fun
That's
if
why
you
you
got a
do
group.
it. That's why you do it at the start of the expansion, Milo, and lots of people are doing them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true, but leh.
Okay, well, anyways, for those that like that, more shit to get from certain gemstone traders. For treasure hunt, rewards for Cumbra skin treasure maps and Ophiatora skin treasure maps have been adjusted. Okay. Rewards for the Excitatron 6000 and the Shifting Gymnasium Agonon have been adjusted. So new
Agonon.
rewards for treasure maps and the dungeons. As
Oh,
expected.
now this I could
Now,
talk about for
I
at least
have-
10 plus minutes.
I have reserved about 30 minutes for this.
Hey, thank God.
Oh,
okay.
What's
So-
going on here? Why?
Oh, all right.
Grand and
So-
free company updates.
Mhm.
There are new charge symbol options added to company crests.
Okay. So
What's
this
bad
is
about that?
interesting. So what are these ones we've got here then?
There's nothing bad about it, Rollo.
Oh.
They're making a joke about the fact that I told them that we can't spend 10 minutes talking about
Oh,
charge symbols
okay.
like we did the last patch
Uh,
notes reading.
Well, I guess we have to critique them in depth. So,
So
you
what
know,
do we
let's go.
have here?
But let's
So-
be honest. No, okay, we don't need to go into that. But let's be honest. Who is using the job icon?
yeah, it's very strange.
What kind
This
of
is the-
freak?
a
Well, look at
paladin
you, the
FFC.
ninjas of hiding. Who is using them? They're not very
Can I-
nice.
What is this order? of the jobs, by the way. Paladin,
Yeah.
monk, warrior, dragoon, bard, ninja. So not even like base Realm Reborn now.
No.
White mage, black mage, summoner. What is it?
I
Why?
don't- yeah.
Why is there no logic behind the order to it?
It's in order of best to worst, I guess.
It feels like they don't know how this like charge system works. They just put files in and they just appear on the list.
Yeah.
So that's what
Because
it feels.
I'm pretty sure some of these are not new ones. They've just highlighted this random one.
Yeah. It looks
Some
like the distant
wings.
worlds wings almost.
Yeah, and there's like a
Yeah.
bat wings and a bow.
I'd
And
like the
I don't
crystal.
know what's new
The
and what's not
little
new. But
like
is it a
crystal
new
thing. I don't know
crystal or
if
is
that's
it an
new.
old
That's the
crystal?
problem. I don't
The
know.
little roofy looking thing.
Yeah, like a roof.
Yeah.
You got the fucking Uzumaki symbol there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Naruto, or
Yeah.
perhaps Uzumaki,
Yeah.
the horror
Mhm.
manga.
We're doing the meme now. We have to move on. But those are the new. There are new charge symbols added to the company crest.
I would suspect there's more. I assume it's not
Oh, yeah.
just this page.
Also,
It's
new
impossible
charge
to
symbol
tell.
options have been added to PvP team crest. You know,
Yeah,
you
they
remember
always
those?
get-
The
Yeah,
PvP teams.
PvP.
Yeah, you know. Literally zero potential content.
Yeah.
Can someone ask Yoshi at the next Q&A?
Please.
Like, when are PvP teams going to be relevant again?
Yeah.
Yeah, because actually a joke.
Well,
actually.
it's because they've changed like PvP into being like, no, you're not allowed to coordinate. Actually, that's like dumb
Yeah.
and silly. So you are
yeah.
never.
Why would you want to do
So-
PvP content coordinated and actually try and win?
Yeah, that is
Why would you want to do that?
illegal. So PvP teams just dead, I guess. All right.
Because poor Jimmy Dragoon can't deal with a little bit of criticism because he keeps rushing into the enemies.
You can't insult them anymore.
I'm not
No.
insulting. I'm just saying, please, Jimmy Dragoon, why don't you use your LB on like the whole group or something?
No, my point was that like they can't even be insulted anymore in Crystalline Conflict either. Not that you want to do it.
Oh right, yeah. I mean, I agree. Yeah,
Mela
Yeah.
does want to do it. He
I do wanna
feels
do it.
urge.
Yeah.
I don't. All I want to do is say this person has been in 3 previous matches against me. They're really good. Let's focus them, and then we'll win.
Mhm.
And it works when I put them as number 1 sometimes. But sometimes people just pick anything and just attack whatever they want.
Dude,
God.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I played Crystalline Conflict today just to try to at least get some progress before the end of the, you know. There was a run where everyone was a caster and there was like 1 tank and me. There was just me and two casters. And I was the only one that went for the crystal. The others stood in the background casting
Oh yeah.
and dying, of course, because the other team would just send one dude over to harass the casters because they would just be running away from him, right? So they would
they'd
just be
so
gone,
scared.
and I would
Oh
just
my
die,
God.
and I would die, and I would die, and I was like, push the crystal. Once I pressed
You
that
pressed
button.
it? Oh my God.
I hope you guys reported him.
Yeah, reported
How
you for harassment.
fucking dare he?
Push the crystal, and then we lost immediately because
course you did.
while I had been dead, no one was looking at the crystal, so the
And
other
that's when
team
you
just
spam
finished the checkpoint.
good game.
No,
good
I
game,
don't
good
do
game,
that.
good game,
I
good
don't
game.
do that.
Well,
But-
let me tell you, I experienced brain rot yesterday, going from level 17 to 25.
Good
in
on
one
you,
day.
dude. Good on you.
I
You
fucking
picked the
hate
hardest run to
myself.
do such a long 5, 6, 7, 8
Mm.
levels in one day is very tough at that stage.
Yes.
I want to die.
It was great. I had 3 stars, bronze tier, level 3 still, you know, hoping maybe I would push into 2 so that I could at least say that at the end. Lost all 3 stars in 3 runs, and then I played casual for the rest.
Yeah. At this
That's what
point,
I-
casual's better anyway. It's usually
Yeah,
fast to cute. Yeah.
I just
I gave up halfway through. It's like I just want to get through the match. I don't care if I win or lose. I just want the match to be
Yeah.
over as
Yeah.
soon as possible.
I calculate it based on losses. 'Cause it's only 700 XP for a loss and 900 for a win, so it's
Mhm.
not a big difference.
Mhm.
I just say, based on this many losses.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, back to got lost here.
See, it was the crest. It was the crest
the-
that did it.
We kind of technically stayed on the crest thing, so we kind of did it. The following additions and adjustments have been made to subaquatic voyages. New nautical maps have been added, new areas have been added, new items have been added. Maximum submersible rank has been increased from 105 to 110. Maximum number of items that can be displayed in the voyage log window has been increased from 10 to 30.
Oh.
Oh.
That's big.
When non-stackable items have been acquired, the total number of items obtained will now be displayed.
That's useful because
Yes.
it
That's
lets
nice.
you know if you have the inventory for them.
Yes.
Well, airships just don't exist anymore.
Mm.
Maybe
No.
we'll get good things from our submersibles now.
Yeah.
I still would like this system, like one airship or one submarine in your like Grand Company barracks that you have a personal one, just so you can interact with the system if you're not in an FC or whatever.
Removes an incentive to run an FC.
Well,
That's
my
fair.
understanding is
No
that they've
one-
said,
yeah.
from what I've remember, they've said that they intend to make workshops available to anyone.
Yes, but we
That
don't know
would be
what's in
ideal.
the workshops yet. We don't know if they're going to get it like a separate system.
I think they should though.
Because we've talked about this before. There are not a lot of incentives to have an FC.
There aren't. It's only for social reasons.
And there's nothing.
I mean,
We've had a long discussion about how it's like hard to do anything like with an FC because there's not a lot of things for an FC
I've
to
never
do.
played a more solo-friendly MMO
Right.
though,
Right.
and it's only going to get more that way with the duty support people and stuff. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
just let everyone do everything at this point.
the social advantage is still a huge thing, honestly. Like just asking people
But-
to be like, "Hey, you want to run this daily?" Or "Hey, I need help with this."
Yes,
They don't spin
of
up for.
course. But
People will be helpful, but they'll
it,
just...
it at this point, FC and Link Shell seems almost like the same thing at this point.
that is fair.
Mm-hmm.
There's very little. The only thing I guess are the FC buffs. If we're gonna bring
Yeah.
up that
Yeah,
is-
the
that
highest
is-
tier.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
again,
the highest
you
tier.
can access level 1 or 2 ones as a solo player, just not the maximum level one. So
Mhm.
1 submarine versus 8 or whatever. Just 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, moving on to housing. The message that displays when confirming the results of a housing lottery in which only one person has participated has been changed. What does that mean?
You lost because you suck. That's why.
No,
That's why
no,
you-
that's not what it means. It means that if you're the only person that went for the house, rather than saying you won the lottery, it will probably say something, you bought this house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody else wanted this
No
plot.
contest.
Right.
No one else wanted this shithole. Here
Yeah.
you go.
Bad taste.
Yeah.
Probably in the goblet.
This is something I didn't expect. The following additional adjustments have been made to message books. The home world of players who leave a message will now be displayed. A unique mark will now display on messages written by players that belong to the same free company as you.
So unnecessary,
That's cute.
but fine.
Add
It
more
is a little bit
pages.
unnecessary. Yes, that's what we really need.
Yeah, that's more
God's
important.
sakes. There are only 10 pages. This sounds like a very weird problem, but it's 10 pages when your FC is old is not enough.
No.
Because
And
you
if
know
you don't recognize that someone's in your free company has left you a message,
right.
surely that's on you anyway. Like,
I
it doesn't
feel-
matter.
I feel like they want you to treat it the same way that they treat like your MogMail from the admin.
Oh,
Like how you
yeah.
only have, like,
Oh,
a cap
yeah.
of 20.
Yeah,
Like I feel
it's-
like that's what they want.
Very strange.
Yeah.
But it's because they have this stupid. You know how they do pages in this game? You see it in the screenshot with these like little tabs that you press, and they can only fit 10 in that row. So that's the problem, I guess.
Clearly, they can fit one more. I can just see it.
Maybe add one more page, yeah.
You could
But
add
11.
arrows at the front and back to make
Yep.
it scroll through.
Mhm.
Oh, that would be so
But impossible.
frustrating to
Impossible.
navigate.
Okay. Oh, hello. Furnishing.
Wow, did you do that?
Oh, furnishing from the Final Fantasy XIV furnishing design contest have been added.
Wow, they all look really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that log that we thought was just a log has a little is like a tree.
Oh, yeah, it
has
is like
green
a
tree
tree.
at the
yeah.
top.
Mm-hmm.
Indoor
Interesting.
tree for
Mm.
all
I
you
like the
tree people.
little wooden handrail thing at the entrance of that one. It's a little
The color.
bright,
Yeah,
Yeah, the coloring is
a
interesting.
little plastic.
it looks.
Yeah.
Maybe
Like-
it's meant to be.
It looks like it's
Seem
missing
right.
shaders or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the theme's nice.
piping on the wall or whatever that is, like some sort of. It
Very,
seems like there's steam coming out of it.
Yeah. Now you can lay down pipe in your own home.
Yeah,
Finally.
finally.
We're already doing that, Rollo.
Another like RP door, I'm assuming the red one, like a fake door,
Mhm.
and a branch with some glowing.
That's nice. It's like a little
baubles.
silken like
Yeah.
lamp on it. It's nice.
Oh, the
desk
pipe
new
is
as
a light
well, with all the
piece.
stuff on it.
Look at
Oh,
the
is it?
light bulb on the top.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. That's weird.
That's nice. It's like it could go if you've got the like near automata flooring and walls. Why not?
Do you think I spotted another light bulb that's not lit? Do you think it's gonna like there might be a third one
strobe
right
effect?
up above it? Do you think maybe they switch on and off like at random, or maybe you
Maybe.
can like interact with it?
I feel like you'd be able to interact with it. I don't know how it would work.
No. Okay. Also, more stuff. There's that crystarium thing again with some baubles hanging down.
Oh my god!
And a little.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it.
The red barrel, explosive barrel.
The bane of the salty dame, and that very nice crystal blue window.
It's nice.
It's
It's a
pleasant.
little.
I
There
will-
was something about the crystarium crystal with its like gentle Mordonan glow
Yeah.
that I both loved and thought was a little bit oblivion, a little bit,
Yeah,
you know,
yes, I know what you mean.
bloomish. which-
Yeah. Yeah.
I like obviously the like ironwork filigree is lovely,
Oh yeah.
and the two-tone colors. I don't know. I need to see it properly in game, not
Yeah.
just the screenshot.
Same. Also, these arches thing that we also see there. We saw that previously, but yeah.
That's nice because it has a partition at the top of the arch, so you can do the attic
Oh
thing
yeah.
or whatever,
Yeah.
but then have that as an understair. That's cool.
So 3 new outdoor items. I'm assuming we're going to see a lot more outdoor furnishings in the next patches now that we have Island Sanctuary. They have a bit
Not
more.
that
of
we have anywhere to put them
Right. Right.
or store them, I should say.
We no place to store them, but they might actually make more now. We have a little. I don't really know what that thing on the left like really is.
It's benches inside.
Yeah, but they're so uncomfortably close to each. It feels
it's
like
an
a
intimate
train
bench.
carriage that they
Yeah,
just
It does
chopped
look
off
like
the
that.
sides of.
Yeah.
There's the water pump.
Oh yeah,
And a patio, which is quite large.
that's nice. The patio is
Good.
nice.
Outdoor furnishing should be large.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the hand pump. It's pretty cute.
It is
I mean, the
cute.
bricks
I
are
hope
nice.
we can. Oh, it would be nice if we could interact with it. And
I
just,
hope you can. I mean, obviously, you're going to need an underground water source to make it work.
Right. But
Which
that
is
can be
pretty difficult.
arranged, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know. Well, yeah. And then there's some more Square Enix furnishings. Which wow, are those? So that's a window with curtains.
Yeah.
With
It
a
is a window
window
with
sill.
curtains.
You can put shit on
Yeah.
it.
That's cool.
I
And they
think
might
so.
be part of the
Oh, they might be
furnishing.
part of it. Oh no, I hope not.
The
Because then
log-
every window will look like that if you have the whole.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
yeah, that's the annoying.
the log bench and table I like. I feel like it's influenced by some of the ones that the design contest ones they added.
Oh yes, yeah. I can
It's
see
very
that.
nice. A little on the thin side. I'm sure the wood would buckle, but it's. I really like this. I mean, it is a skylight, but it's like starry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Aurora
I
Borealis.
can't quite tell. Aurora Borealis?
Or
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I can't tell if it's like the, the ones that people use as windows. They're like a TV screen with a background.
oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Whatever they're called.
It might
I
be.
mean-
It might like that. Who knows?
Yeah, I like that. And the round bookshelf, that's cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
I like that too.
And the
yeah.
plant we've talked about before.
The pant's cool.
Some fishing rod like rack
Oh yeah.
on the back.
There's so much good furnishing in this game.
Another
The only annoying part is gathering the materials to craft it all.
is that
Yeah.
that's like a small little table as well, like a bedside
It's a little table and chair.
No, oh yeah, that one. The cafe
Oh, you mean on the
one.
right with
yeah,
the green blob on top?
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little chest of drawers, like
Yeah.
a side, like a bedside table.
Yeah.
And there's the umbrella stand's cute.
Yeah.
The food might even be new. I think that's like a bowl of dumplings. You know, the steamed dumplings.
Quite a lot of
Dumplings, whatever.
furniture now that I look at it, because there's
Mhm.
more outdoor furniture as well. There's some mushrooms. That's another.
Urgent mushrooms.
Oh,
Yeah.
be shrooming with your friends outside.
That'd be lovely.
We've seen this water thing before.
Yes.
But it has the
But
little
this one-
waterfall into a
Yeah.
little pond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's a
It's
table.
Like a table and chairs, like a deck, sort of.
Is the
furniture
parasol
with a
part of
parasol.
it?
I think so.
I would
Yeah.
assume so. Yeah.
So it's a whole set. That's cute.
I like the little wooden plank path.
That's really
I
cute.
don't think I would ever use those picket fences because they're
No.
very small.
Right,
was gonna
I thought
say,
Ronnie would like
yeah.
them. I thought Ronnie would like the white picket fence.
That'll be all.
rough.
That'll be all that you have in your garden if you're gonna cover
Yeah.
your whole lot. So that's.
It was like, if it was 2 times longer, I think it'd be usable.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes,
agree.
I
At
agree.
that size, it's.
That's too
I'm gonna
short.
fill my whole yard with white picket fences in the pictures
Uh-huh.
as I water my lawn.
Well, that's it. That's the
Great
furnishings.
stuff on housing.
Yeah, new orchestrals
As always.
have been added as well. But I will say, of course, a new seed for flower pots.
I can't keep up with
yes.
these anymore. I actually bred almost every old rose,
Uh-huh.
and now it's too much for me.
Yeah.
Because my apartment, which I haven't visited for ages, I had like a plant pot all along the wall, and they were going to go every color of old rose, and then it'd be every color of the next plant. You know, I'd have collected all the colors.
Mm-hmm.
There's too many. I mean, I love a chrysanthemum, but God,
Yeah.
I wonder what these will turn
Chrysanthemum
into.
Chrysanthemum
I think
is
they'll be crafted
the seed.
into necklaces, headpieces, or wrist pieces, or earrings. Probably not earrings.
Headpieces.
headpieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a little alien coming out your head.
You can purchase these seeds from the usual suspects. So
Yep, get it from your local seedman.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my god. The new aquarium fish.
yeah. I need. Yeah,
This is a little.
I need
hippo
to say that's
turtle
not a
not a
fish.
fish. He's not
No.
a
No.
fish.
No.
with a crystal.
This is a
It's-
nice model.
I don't know what it is, but
No, I don't.
it is
I do love
cool.
I love
He's
them.
like a
Yeah.
he's like a
Yeah, it is
goblin
cute.
that turned into
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get
Gorgeous.
this one.
He's nice, isn't he? He's lovely.
Yeah. But
Oh, imagine if you could get one with like different colored crystals, and you could pick what colors you want in your tank. Oh,
ooh, yeah. Give us like a aquarium fish breeder system.
Oh, that
like a
would be
breeding
fun.
system.
What would be the point of that though? Would it just be like for
No point.
just-
Just
okay.
so you can sell them.
yeah.
Ah.
It'll be like
might wanna
a
keep-
community.
You might want to keep reading.
Right. Oh, right.
No.
Okay. Yeah. No, I know it. Okay. Yeah. Anyways,
no.
Manderville Gold Saucer. We're moving on, but just look at this face. Look at the face of that.
Mm.
What they
Aw.
call fish.
It's-
Okay. The Manderville Gold Saucer. They've added stuff to Triple Triad, as usual.
Hey.
New cards and new NPC opponents.
Mm-hmm.
Under miscellaneous, the following additions and adjustments have been made to Island Sanctuary.
Here we go.
The maximum
Wasn't it
sanctuary rank.
miscellaneous? Was that?
Yeah, it should be its own section.
Yeah, it
Yeah, I
should.
agree.
The maximum sanctuary rank has been raised to 16. New visions have been added.
Or new ranks.
Yeah. New items have been added that are offered by the horrendous Hoarder NPC in exchange for Islanders and
That's his name.
Seafarers cowries. I thought this was when I first read this. I thought, what?
Yeah, I don't remember his
I
name.
thought it was a
funny.
dig at like at the system. A new gathering area has been added to the wilds. This area can be unlocked by making sufficient progress enhancing your island. New
Nice.
gathering
I'm so
points.
curious about that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
New gathering points have been added. New gatherable materials have been added. New construction plots are available in the hideaway. New plots can be unlocked by progressing in the enhancement of your island sanctuary. New facilities have been added. New sanctuary crafting recipes have been added. New produce has been added, and they're showing like
I'm curious.
radishes. So
Radishes. I'm so curious about the new facilities being added. I don't know what they would be.
no
No, I can't really think of it.
new animals.
It would be nice to have more like of the venture type stuff, where you just jump in, chuck them out, and then get
Yeah.
material.
Yeah.
Gunsmith.
My worry with
Oh yeah.
what? Oh yeah,
Gunsmith.
that's possible.
Make bullets.
My
now?
worry,
Go hunting.
my worry with this particular Spriggan is that we won't have regular Spriggans in the same way that we have Morble seedlings, but we don't have Morbles. I don't
Right.
like that they do one, but not both.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really particularly want.
I don't
the
want
Ziggy
this.
Stardust.
No. This
He's
is
a
too
little
big.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
too
I
big.
just want a
But
Spriggan.
I
Yeah.
need to harvest his precious material.
Yeah,
so
that's
he will
true.
go in the
Mm.
pen.
Yeah. A new area has been added for foraging expeditions. Oh, sorry. New materials can now be acquired from foraging expeditions as well. New Isleworks handicrafts have been added. A warning that
God.
displays when a material deficit will be incurred for handicrafts has been added. Under the newly added
That's very
workshop. Yeah?
That's very convenient because before, if you craft something by yourself, like say you have already checked like your necessary ingredients for what you've set up in your workshop. If you
Mhm.
craft and it's all full, if you then craft something, it won't tell you that you now have a deficit.
Right.
That
now
is
it will.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is useful.
Under the newly added Workshop tab in the Sanctuary Settings menu, this setting will display when building a structure, crafting an item, or shipping a handicraft will cause a material deficit for the specified period. In addition, players may now also select the period from which allocated materials are aggregated and displayed in the Exports menu via Allocated Item Export Settings. So that's nice. The maximum number of minions that can be simultaneously released has been increased from 450 to 50. This increase
Wow.
requires sufficient progress enhancing your island.
40 to 50.
What?
Okay.
40? What did I say?
You said
You said
You said from
450.
450 to 50.
Yeah, 40 to 50. Sorry. I was going to ask.
How
Little-
many people do you need to send away at once?
It's already a little annoying to have minions out at the cap and like on my island in my humble onion because that's a lot of names floating
that's a lot.
around on the island. So adding 10 more plus all the outdoor furnishings, it's gonna be crowded
I
in
love
there.
the mess. I'm all about maximalism, baby.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the furnishing glamours feature has been implemented, as we all
I don't
know.
think we need to go into the detail about this. We talked about it last week.
This has been, we've run this down quite a lot about setting the furnishing glamours, etc. So we're gonna just.
I mean, they told us about it twice.
They
in
sure
the live
did.
letter.
They sure did. But remember that only 120 furnishings may be registered to the registered glamours list.
Mhm.
Only. New hairstyle options have been added for Vieira. So
Wow, the rat tail.
Yeah.
these are at least the one on the left is an existing
both
one.
existing,
Oh, they're
yeah.
both. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both existing ones. They're adding old hairstyles to these races.
These ones are fab.
Goodness me.
Fucking
It's-
Fabio Hrothgar.
No, as the subreddit said, it's Sefer Hrothgar.
I'm sorry. This hair doesn't work in this game. The long one doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. It's
It-
very bad.
It looks
need-
bad.
They need to make Hrothgar specific hair, I think, at this point. Because just seeing them with like normal human hair is like starting to hurt me a little
Yeah.
bit.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Like they don't even have the same skull shape. Like we gotta come on. They're
Roth-
beastly. Come
Hrothgar
on.
have been done more dirty than
Right.
anyone else. It's very frustrating watching this happen.
Yeah.
At least they have ears still. Right?
Yeah. That's
That's
true.
well, brief. Yeah, for now.
I
They-
cannot believe there was a moment where they didn't have ears.
Yeah.
What
it's
in the
embarrassing.
world? Yeah.
It's so embarrassing.
I just hate the idea that now I have to like see a Hrothgar standing in the distance in Limsa with this hairstyle,
Oh, I
flapping
know.
like a solid sheet behind him. Oh,
If I was a
That
new
fucking
player,
pose.
yes.
Oh, God, yeah.
Just, like, flapping it.
Flopping in the back,
if I
clipping
was a
through
new
him.
player, I would
Oh.
probably pick Hrothgar.
Yeah.
Partially because I don't know I wouldn't know the type of players who pick them, so I would be free from that. But also, just I think they look cool, and then I'd get in, for 2 weeks my ears would disappear, and then suddenly all of my peers, instead of looking like cool Ronso, would look like
This.
football players,
Yeah.
but with beast faces. It's awful.
It's strange. It's
really odd.
There's, and I've said this before. It is giving Second Life. Okay. The following additions and adjustments have been made to Wondrous Tales. Prices available in exchange for Chloe's gold, silver, and bronze certificates of commendation have been adjusted. The following duties have been added: the Ether font and Euphrosyne. So
Fine.
there you go.
More high-level content that we have to actually put time and effort into doing, rather than just old content we can solo.
Yeah. The following additions and adjustments have been made to Faux Hollows. New items. So the bed confirmed as the Faux Hollows reward.
Weird choice.
It is a weird choice, but once again, I have no reason to do it, so I'm happy.
Yeah, we don't even need to clear the fun if you don't want.
That's true. That is true. The
What are
available
weird lines on the background.
the weird.
On the floor in
Oh yeah, look at that.
Ilme.
Oh, I think it's a fence.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's a
Yeah,
fence line.
Looks weird.
Okay, so Containment Bay Z1T9 is the new Unreal trial. So goodbye, Sephiroth. No, sorry, Sophia. Sephiroth's been a
Goodbye,
while
Sophia.
since Sephiroth. New emotes have been added. The I think emote or whatever.
Your heart, touching your heart, thinking,
Yeah.
oh,
Reminisce. Or,
I'm gonna suspect that this is the series reward at rank 5.
well, yeah, it's
possibly.
probably
She is wearing
a massive
PvP gear.
Yowie hands.
yeah.
Yeah.
Copping a feel on yourself too.
Mhm.
So-
All right. For battle system, the following action has been removed. Scholar.
No.
Goodbye, Celine.
Bye, son.
Wow. Wait.
Yogi.
It's all EOS. Always has been.
Yeah. The following actions will now use unique visuals and sound effects when applied to targets: Peloton, Troubadour, Tactician, Searing Light, Magic Barrier, Whispering Dawn, Fey Illumination, Expedient, and Divination.
I like that.
I get 3 new animations on other people. Cool.
Yeah, what a treat.
It's pretty useful.
Yeah. But these are like, so what is it even? Okay, I see.
When
so these
you
are,
gained Peloton,
right.
Yeah.
instead
I
of
guess-
instead of the green circle going out and you just knowing you've now got Peloton,
Right.
because it just does like the
Yeah.
whoosh thing,
Yes.
like the
It's
you got
like
it.
how when I use when I galvanize you, you get like a shield temporarily on you.
Right.
It'll probably be something like that.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
It'll,
Okay.
I think
Yes,
Luke,
Willow?
I think they said they're reusing the stone skin sounds and
I was literally about to say that.
No.
For none of these skills, it even would sound like they would have it. But
yeah.
Okay. This is an interesting change. Limit breaks have been adjusted to reduce variance in their damage dealt.
What?
I hope it's only between casters and range. I don't really want casters in range to be able to do the same amount of damage in a limit break as
I
melee
agree.
DPS.
That would become OP for group pulls,
Yeah, that's true. But interesting.
and it's not in
doesn't
the spirit
specify.
of it.
Okay, glamours can now be applied to the Scholar Fairy. Players must now complete the following quests, so you have to do a fairy tale come true. After fulfilling the requirements listed above, the text command /Eggy Glamour or /Pet Glamour can be used to change the appearance of your fairy.
Yay!
Pets that are moving will now stop immediately to execute actions when commanded. That's
Good.
Nice. That's
nice.
useful.
A text-based filter has been added to the Blue Magic Spellbook.
That's pretty cool.
Yay!
That's good.
Good.
Always nice when they add those.
Yeah.
it's hard for me to remember what number it's
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yep. The following additions and adjustments have been made to the Blue Mage log. The weekly
Please do,
challenge category has been... Yeah, this is good shit. The weekly challenge category has been added, which only displays weekly targets.
Little checklist for you on a weekly basis if
Yeah.
you're sure.
That's really
What
cool.
you want to do.
Really like that. Contents of the log can now be collapsed or displayed per expansion.
Perfect. Work
Mhm.
your way through it.
That
Get
is...
all those red ticks, and then once it says 94 completed,
Yeah.
you will be really cool, and
That's it.
everyone will love you.
You have
That's our
graduated
new
Blue
goal,
Mage.
guys.
Yeah.
That's our new goal. Everyone on this podcast. 94 and 94 by Christmas.
Okay.
Or you are off the podcast.
Uh-huh.
See, I'm
All
not
right.
against doing that mailer. It's just a matter of getting everyone else on this podcast motivated.
We have
Yeah.
some Sundays
because they're going to be off the podcast if
we
they don't go,
have
Yogi.
some Sundays open in the future. That's all I'm
well,
saying.
we got a workshop.
Yeah, it needs to be
It is
workshopped,
too
but
easy.
yes. The location of enemies in the following areas have been adjusted: Lower Lenosha, Amarang, and Garlemald.
Okay.
I just feel as if this is set up for Blue Mage.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. A new dungeon, the Ether Font. Let's try that again. A new dungeon, the Ether Font, has been added. You can enter with trust or duty support. Say, you know how it is. This is a dungeon. So
It's 605.
yeah, 605.
Nice and low. I'm already like 25 above that.
Eye level sync has been added to the Felcourt of Troya and Lapis Manalis. 630 is the item level sync. The Voidcast Deus has been added as a trial.
Okay, this is okay.
Vodka?
615.
The
And
Void
10 levels,
Voidcast.
10 eye levels higher, which is interesting.
Yeah,
Mhm.
615 required for this.
Very, very low.
For extreme, 630 or above.
Very low.
No, that's not actually very low,
No,
mate.
that is-
That's actually that's actually kind of the cap that it is right now.
Yeah.
Very low.
So yeah, that's the same stuff. You get totems and all that, and you talk to the Wandering Minstrel to unlock the extreme after completing normal mode.
Looking forward to it.
Containment Bay Z1T9 Unreal. You know,
Not looking forward to it.
eye level sync to 565. Yeah,
Yeah, this is all standard.
this is
eh?
faux
Yeah.
hollow stuff. You know how
Very
to do that.
standard.
The drop rate for the links of Imperious Wind Flute has been
I
increased.
believe that's Barbaricha.
That is Barbaricha. I don't think I've actually ever cleared Barbaricha because when we
No,
were going
thanks,
to,
Queen.
the Queen died, and so
Yeah.
it just derailed everything. So
Yeah,
and we
it
just
was
never
a pretty
returned.
tough time.
Yeah, that
Unukalhai. She's
I-
a very easy fight.
I
Probably
will
the easiest of this whole expansion.
always think of
Shut
that will
the fuck up.
So easy.
that
Europeans are crazy,
that
man.
fight will always remind me of Queen Elizabeth now
I know, I
forever.
agree.
So that's interesting. Pandemonium and Abysseos
Yay! This is what I'm
raid
waiting
dungeon has been added.
Not
This
for
is
the
what I'm
normal
waiting for,
version
too.
for losers, but the savage version for
Okay.
cool boys.
Normal
Yeah.
mode, 615 eye level requirement. There
I
are
necessarily think the normal mode is always for losers. I actually think the Proto Carbuncle fight is cooler on normal.
I will
Like-
agree with that.
Not necessarily in terms of gameplay difficulty, but it's more of a cinematic experience.
Yes,
is.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that has like that whole thing where
It
you
has the
fall
cage.
down
hmm
and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. I agree
They
with
took
that.
the opposite approach compared to Eden,
Well, they've
where they
they've
locked all the cool stuff behind Savage.
it feels like maybe they're trying to do the cinematic stuff for normal because
Yeah.
it's normal mode. But if you do that
That's
in
what everyone
extreme,
does.
everyone complains.
hmm
Okay, so yeah. So then we've talked about the tokens that you need for that. So we don't have to go through that again.
Yes.
The raid dungeon Pandemonium and Abysseus
Oh,
Savage has been
Look at
added.
that.
Please be advised that Pandemonium and Abysseus Savage will not be accessible until Tuesday, May 30th at 10 a.m. GMT. That's 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. The unlock quest, item exchange, and Stone Sky Sea will be unavailable until that time.
I think we'll get to pop it.
And why they don't let you do Stone Sky Sea beforehand.
I agree. No
Yeah.
one does Stone Sky Sea, sadly.
No.
Even though it's
Not
a
really.
perfect example of whether you have the DPS requirements or not.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I'm so curious as to what this is.
I know.
It is giving
It's
like
Alexander.
Proto-Alexander
We know it is at this
vibes.
point. We
Yeah.
worked it out.
Yeah.
I still think this is 7 though. That's
Whoa,
what I'm
hey,
gonna
what,
Mm.
put
what
out.
is this? Third Alexander mention now, I think we're on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We
So
got this.
okay, eye level requirement is 630 or above for the 9th, 635
Mhm.
for the 10th, 640 for the 11th, and 640 for the 12th.
It's a
So-
reasonable. It's a big jump. I mean, this is how it normally is, but like, 6:30 to 6:35, we will get one accessory, and you'll get one accessory in the first week. And by that time, you'll only have half of a chess piece as well for the tome gear, or you could get another tome gear.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2 weeks, you can't jump up that much eye level, I don't think. Obviously, you don't
No.
require the eye level if you're going as a full group.
Right.
But it's interesting.
Yep. Okay. Reminder that this starting
Wait,
now,
640
there will only
practically.
be one treasure coffer, one big treasure coffer at the end of a cleared raid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're going to talk about they're saying it here. All rewards will now be contained within a single treasure coffer, regardless of the number of party members replaying a circle prior to the weekly reset. Although the number of coffers have been reduced to 1, this will not affect the total number of rewards earned. I can't wait to like see how that somehow fucks up at some point, like because spaghetti, like it's just something's going to go wrong here. This it's going to happen. The
How?
rewards. It's just,
I mean,
I
it'd
don't
be
know.
funny.
Errors in this game just happen out of nowhere because they changed one thing, like something else broke.
I'm more excited for nothing to go wrong, but for someone to complain about it.
Right. Here, a thing I can imagine is like things drop, it's the correct amount, but you can't roll on them.
Oh.
Looking forward to that. Just us panicking at the end of a raid, just trying desperately to roll. People like, guys, come on, roll. It's timing out. Just watching the timer tick, and then just
Or like-
all of it falling to the floor.
I'd contact like, please.
Yeah.
give me my drop.
We have 30 seconds left. You have to answer now.
Instead of dropping like the twine or the coating and stuff, and like one of the tomestones, it's just 4 accessories or something every time.
Right. Or just something completely random, like a chair, like just a housing item.
Diamond dust.
The reward.
Magic prism, crimson star. And you have to roll on it still.
Yeah, they've somehow made it like interface with like the old like 1.0
Oh, I love
loot
that
table.
Oh, please.
Anyways, the rewards yielded by the treasure coffer in each circle have been adjusted. Coffers will no longer yield duplicates of gear. That's good. Duplicates now. Duplicates. Body gear can now be obtained from the 3rd area. So all of this we've talked about before. The following rules for loot distribution remain unchanged, so we're not going to go through that. That's business as usual. We've talked about the tokens, the raid finder now, all the stuff we just talked about. Yeah. And mount ordeals and Abyssos has ended as now on the duty finder.
Just as normal.
Yeah. Players will now receive the power of the Echo in Mount Ordeals and Mount Ordeals Extreme. For Euphrosyne, the weekly restriction on rewards obtained from coffers has been removed, and the weekly restriction on obtaining Euphrosyne coins has been removed. So you can farm that shit now. For those that want to do that.
The Goliath's the one I need to farm.
You'll need one of each for the last upgrade, remember that. So farm up your 1st and 2nd coins.
Just your coins.
Yeah.
Don't
If
forget.
you're raiding, maybe you won't need so many. But if you're not doing Savage, you'll need a full, left side and right side coins.
Yeah. The following adjustments have been made to the Omega Protocol Ultimate. So again, the weekly restriction on totems has been removed, and item level sync has been set to eye level 635. This adjustment was implemented to preserve the difficulty of the encounter as well as the rarity of the title rewarded for its completion, the Alpha Legend. So that is for Ultimate.
Nice.
Yes. Elegant
We haven't done that one yet, but I'm sure we'll get around to it.
Right. Elegant Tomestones of Comedy has been added. Players can only obtain 450. This is the usual stuff. I don't have to go through this.
Yes.
New Tomestones. They have this very blurry, low-res picture showing you the
Yummy.
the new Tomestones.
The old tombstone.
The old Tomestones. Oh yeah, these are only old Tomestones. But this is we talked about this a couple of episodes ago. What's happening with me today? The duties listed within Duty Roulette Expert has been changed as follows. So yeah, the Ether font has been added to Expert, and the Fell Court of Troya,
Troya
is
is out.
gone.
Get out of here, Troya.
Yeah. Also, the eye level has been increased from 590 to 605 for Duty Roulette Expert. Okay, for level 90 dungeons, Fell Court of Troya, that's where it went. And they've increased accordingly the eye level from 560 to 575. Voidcast, okay, and all the stuff is added to the roulettes, you know.
Yes.
And again, the same stuff with the tombstones. We don't have to go through that.
Astronomy is now causality. Causality is now comedy.
Yes. The number and types of elegant tombstones received from PvP, again, same shit.
Same.
The number
And hunt ranks.
hunt ranks, same shit. Oh, deep
Mhm.
dungeons, same shit.
Yeah,
Excitatron 6000, same shit.
Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was. The following trials have been added to Stone Sky C. That is the Voidcast, Dias, and Anabaseos. So, same as it ever was. Adjustments have been made to the following.
Interesting.
Sorry, what?
This part's
Oh, this
interesting,
part. I
the
thought
one you were about to say.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
yeah.
No, not the last part.
Right. Adjustments have been made to the following instance dungeons and trials. For the Siren Song C.
Lukiel, get footage before it changes.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Too late.
The positioning of certain NPCs has been adjusted.
Even harder because you don't know what positions and NPCs have been moved and where they'll move to, so you just got to take a picture of all the NPCs and exactly where they are.
The
Mm.
only NPCs are the ones at the start of the dungeon. That's all the Keel has to worry about
Yeah.
on Siren Song C.
Yeah.
Double check though, Nicky. Make sure you run the whole dungeon and scour every.
For Bardam's Medal, certain mechanics in the Garula boss battle have been adjusted, and certain mechanics in the Yol boss battle have been adjusted.
Oh God, you're just ruining the bottom
I'm-
middle.
You don't even
I
know
want
how
to
to
know.
sing.
So for the next three dungeons,
Mm-hmm.
for Bardam's Metal, it says certain mechanics,
Mm-hmm.
and then for the next three, it just says the boss itself
Yes.
has been adjusted.
So
Why?
in Doma and Doma Castle and Castrum Albania, all of the bosses have simply been adjusted, whatever that means.
But not their mechanics,
No.
apparently.
No.
They've been
Well,
moved up a 1 pixel.
Mm.
The Garula boss and the Yol boss have mechanics like Winds of Winter for the Yol, I think it that might have been a different boss. But you have to go and like stand behind things, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Wait,
Or
Yeah.
whereas the other ones don't have mechanics where you have to position. I can't really remember them very well.
Mm. Also important to note that the second boss in Bardam's Medal has not been changed. So that
No,
remains
Bardam
the same.
himself still is the
Yeah,
best boss in the
Bardam
whole
is
game.
still the same. Yeah, so
Oh,
whatever that means.
Yes, no, you're right. I did Bardam's Metal recently. I just can't remember the Yol. But Garula has a tether mechanic where if you don't break it,
Oh yeah.
you know the one where it turns purple if you go far enough away. That one shots you because everyone in my party, except the healer and me, died about 17 times each. Like they were useless. I told them in
Okay.
chat, break the tether.
Mhm, mhm.
But I can't remember the Yol.
The Y'all has some of the most.
Oh, that's the one with the animals running around, right? Wait.
No,
that's
the
Yol's the
Yol. The Yol, he disappears
Oh,
and does like a rush mechanic. While
right.
I'm gonna
Hmm.
bet then for the Y'all, they're changing that one phase that they have where it's standing still.
Oh shit.
It has
it's
the
that one.
spinning
Right.
AoEs. I don't think NPCs could keep up with that.
Right.
Hmm.
So I think that might be gone or just slightly changed or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whereas the others must have enough to prescribe the NPCs to do them well enough. They've been only, I don't know, adjusted.
Okay. I feel like
It's
we're
hard. I think
we're
we're really
theorizing
pushing it. Yeah.
too a lot on this
Yeah.
point. We don't know.
Yeah.
For
We'll see what
Alamigo,
happens.
the positioning of certain NPCs has been adjusted, and then Scorpion, Asina, and Galvus have been adjusted.
I'm curious about the one thing about the trusts. I'm curious about this is how they react to Owlus.
How they react.
Is he the one on the chest where you get
Oh.
sucked out your body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll simply run forward and dodge all the mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, whoa, I had an out of body experience.
Yeah, yeah.
It's that crazy.
Or only you will have one.
They'll probably cheat like some of the NPCs do in Don Meg.
Yeah. Okay, duty support added for those dungeons: Siren Song, Sea Bottoms, Metal, Doma Castle, Castro Mabania, and Alamigo. When undertaking variant dungeons, currently equipped variant actions can now be confirmed via status effect icons in the party list.
It's a nice reference.
Yeah, that is very nice. An issue wherein the help text from the variant action Variant Ultimatum erroneously states the increased enmity effect has a duration of 30 seconds has been fixed. The correct duration is 60 seconds. So,
Okay.
there you go. When challenging Criterion dungeons, uses of Variant Race 2 will also be restored when enemies other than the boss monsters appear. Sure.
That's fine.
That's good, I guess. When undertaking the Criterion dungeon, another Sildine subterrane savage, time remaining until the sewer dweller effect is active, can now be confirmed via the duty list.
That's good.
Sure, yeah. They have made a lot of adjustments to logos actions in Eureka. Which
They're not even lost actions. They're Logos actions.
yeah.
Wait, is that really what protect and they used to just increase your defense by 1,000?
Yes.
What the? That's
amazing.
insane. That is a huge nerf. What?
Yeah. Well, this was all like a whole. Yeah.
Why are you nerfing Logos actions in Eureka?
This was like a.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is very strange. But yeah, that's increases. They've made it more the language clearer as well. Like Wisdom of the Blade Bearer now, it used to say increases defense by 150% and maximum HP by 50% to now it is reduces damage taken by 80% while increasing maximum HP by 50.
Chad is bringing up the case that apparently it was getting soloable with Reaper, which apparently they don't want. Apparently they don't want you soloing
I thought that was
Eureka.
the whole point of Eureka that you can solo. They even said that.
You fools!
Now that you guys talked about it, you can't do it anymore.
It's the most frustrating piece of content they've ever made.
What do you want? What do you want? Like, what do you want? Team? Dev team?
I don't want you doing Eureka anymore to kill.
I love it.
We talked about them patching it to make it like better,
yeah,
easier.
You know, just relevant or something, and they're fucking going back and making it worse instead.
Yeah, it's so bizarre.
What? They haven't touched it in forever. We're like, no.
Eureka needs ruining slightly right now.
It's because Yoshi P watched the episode where we said that Relic was dead, and we said we kind of miss Eureka now. And it's like, oh yeah, you miss Eureka now? Okay, we'll see about that. And then nerfing the shit out of this.
Don't worry, we'll be able to buy all the relics soon with Poetics.
I'm sure. I mean, the 12 people that still play Eureka, they must be devastated now. They're like,
they are.
I was so close to getting that relic.
I would say a surprising amount of people, more than you'd think, would still do Eureka because the rewards are actually quite valuable still.
Yeah, they are.
Those bunny boxes, man.
Yeah, I still see party finders for people trying to recruit people into Eureka, so it's still happening. Like with all content.
Don't worry, all the people who are still doing Eureka have got a plan. They've all decided to. They've all decided to go and do a little bit of PvP. They're going to be focused mostly on Astragalus and Secure. So hopefully nothing happens to those in recently in the next few years.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'd recommend that everyone keep making as many sidetracks as we can, considering we are running up against the end of the show. So
yeah.
That's all right.
I mean, we don't have a packed post-show planned,
no,
so we have plenty of time to go in to eat into the post-show. Or are you otherwise busy, Georgi? It feels like you for once you're the one who's like pushing us through the what's happening in the post.
Yeah, what's going on, Georgi?
Yeah, what is this? Jesus.
You got a bit suspicious.
Yeah.
We can keep going.
Yeah,
Go
we
all
can.
night, baby.
All right.
I
All
don't
right.
disagree.
For PvP, of course, this is the mount, which is kind of
disappointing.
Yeah.
For a PvP reward, for a series reward.
Yeah, I would assume this is the rank 25 reward, and that's why they're showing it to us. In which case,
yeah,
I mean, I'll still get it because it's a mount, and it'll be annoying because this is a rank 25 mount that I don't really want, but I'll still do it.
Yeah,
yeah. You can't leave behind a mount.
I might peace out on this one. I don't. I
don't. I mean, you can already get a version
This
of
mount.
this through the tribe quests.
Yeah, but this one's on its legs. The other one flies.
It's completely not worth it. But I'll still get it.
For Crystalline Conflict, to improve visibility in the Clockwork Castle town, the height and size of certain objects in the field have been adjusted.
I don't agree with this. I
Isn't
feel
the
like part of
point-
the challenge is that you can't see around the corners. I don't like this change.
It's meant to be like a maze almost.
Yeah.
The height of the obstacles is not the issue I have with the Clockwork Castle town.
No, the issue is it's shit. But
oh,
that was at least a fun gimmick.
The map's not the problem.
No, I guess not.
It's the things that happen on the map.
Yeah.
Well,
Season 6 ends and Season 7 will begin. Talked about that before.
Yeah.
Commendation crystals. A new ranking and tier reward will be added in Season 7. Commendation crystals can be exchanged by speaking with the Commendation Quartermaster at the Wolves Den Pier. By trading in Hellhound weapons with Commendation crystals, players can obtain augmented Hellhound weapons. That's the glow for the Hellhound weapons.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't.
He will be added in Season 8.
Yeah, if you could hurry up there, Lucio, because...
Yeah, it's just Georgi is busy. Yeah,
we got a commitment.
An icon will now display above the seasonal quartermaster at the Wolves Den Pier for players who have yet to claim their seasonal rewards.
Yeah, go claim your Bronze 3 Framers kit.
I think I actually missed out on one.
You don't get a new one.
Get a new one. Get it for this season.
Yeah.
The music.
Yeah, I've missed out on almost all of them.
Yeah. The music for Crystalline Conflict matches has been reverted to the version used prior to patch 6.38.
Oh,
I don't understand this. Why?
Okay.
Oh yeah, because they changed it.
Sure, man.
Why not?
But now they're going back. Okay, someone's complained, I guess, and they had to go back. All right.
Yeah. If you played it backwards, it was satanic.
The following options for custom matches will now be toggled on by default: arena events and kits. So, there you go.
Okay.
For Frontline, the following additions and adjustments have been made to modifiers for damage dealt, damage taken, and limit gauge buildup. The Warrior and Dark Knight modifier for damage dealt has been changed from 0% to -10%.
Yeah, get fucked.
That's rude.
The Scholar,
that's rude.
The Scholar modifier for damage dealt has been changed from -10 to 0%.
Idiots. Idiots.
The Tank and Melee DPS modifier for damage taken has been changed from -60 to -50%.
Fine.
The physical...
Why Tank and Melee DPS bungled into the same thing?
Because you are essentially a DPS in PvP, Mela. Yeah, you are not a tank in PvP.
No, but you're not also as strong as a Melee DPS. You are weaker.
Yeah, but you have more HP.
Yeah.
And higher defense.
Yeah. So, take that. The physical range DPS, magical range DPS, and healer modifier for damage taken has been changed from -30 to -25%, excluding Dancer and Red Mage.
Oh.
Because Dancer and Red Mage modifier for damage taken has been changed from -30 to -35%.
They already don't want them getting...
They got a buff.
Yeah. The amount of time required to fill the limit gauge for Dragoon, Samurai, Dancer, and White Mage has been increased by 15 seconds.
How?
As deserved.
That doesn't make sense, though.
Well,
what do you mean
no,
it has been
I was
increased by
thinking
15 seconds?
about that when I did it today. That limit break
it goes too fast.
I mean, it's a big
Also, why-
laser that stuns everybody.
Yeah, it's
I
it's
agree.
yeah.
Why are you saying? What do you mean? Why are you saying how, Mela?
Because all of these are based on, if you do a certain amount of damage or take a
No,
certain
it's
amount of
not.
damage,
Not
it would
anymore.
increase.
No, it's not anymore, Mela. It's
No,
based on amount of
it's
time
time.
in combat.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah,
It's been like that since they changed it to Crystalline Conflict, Mela.
yeah. It is time
Yeah.
only. So as long as you're in
That's weird.
combat, that's yeah. The amount of time required to fill the limit gauge for Bard has been decreased by 15 seconds. So
I don't even know what Bard's Limit Break is.
They sing a little song and I don't know, it gives you a buff or something, I think.
Oh.
I can't remember.
That's so
okay.
lame.
that is lame.
It's almost as lame as mine.
Yeah. The duration of stun, heavy, bind, silence, sleep, and deep freeze statuses has been reduced by 25%.
Thank
So-
fuck.
That's
Quite
fine with
significant.
me.
Yeah.
Because
That's
you can
good,
get
yeah.
comboed by all of these in a row
Yeah.
and be still
Yeah.
for upwards of like 5 to 6 seconds. which
Yeah.
is-
Well, notice that they haven't said anything about actually making Purify, whatever it's called, work.
Oh my god. The
Mel,
limp,
you're just not using it right.
No, I am using it right, actually, Rollo. It's just rubbish.
Works for me.
the limp status will no longer be applied to players who are attacked while riding a mount. If a player is attacked while mounted, they will now forcibly dismount and gain the
Oh!
hoofing it status for 5 seconds.
That's strong.
This is nice.
Yeah.
The issue with Limp isn't the fact that it made you slower. It's the fact that it kept going after you dismounted.
Yes. Yeah.
It's funny though. You got punished for being on the mount. That's your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree
But why
with
am I limp?
Yeah.
Because you got caught out.
Yeah.
Um,
Limp lasted ages, though. Limp was
yeah,
like
it was horrible.
15 seconds.
It's
or
why
something.
I am so
it was
hesitant
dozens.
to even mount
Yeah, it
during
wasn't-
PvP.
yeah.
Well, now you can,
like,
now you don't have to worry about
right,
it, Nikhil.
right.
Hoofing it for 15. What does hoofing
That just
it
means
do?
you can't
Slow
mount.
again?
You can't mount.
Oh.
Yeah. The
It's not as good then, actually.
I
Hoofing it is the debuff that you get when you're in like when you're inside the zone for like climbing the tower, the summer tower.
Yeah.
also when you're in your island sanctuary house.
Yes.
Mhm.
Or in any building, I guess. The invulnerability status given at each, or maybe can you ride a mount in like the granary? Maybe you can actually. Maybe it's just the house
No, you
and
can't.
the island.
Any island sanctuary building,
Oh.
you can't mount inside.
Okay. The invulnerability status given at each Grand Company's base will now prevent all status and knockback effects while active.
I didn't know that was a case that it didn't, but okay.
Yeah. Okay. The designated quantity of data required to win a campaign in Seal Rock Seas has been reduced from 800 to 700.
Oh,
Slightly shorter matches,
nice.
I guess.
yeah, it's a positive.
Yeah.
Any way to get out of there quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The following adjustment. So this is the big one for Fields of Glory Shatter. These are the adjustments. The designated quantity of data required to win a campaign has been increased from 1,600 to 2,000.
No,
Elegant-
I'm in there longer.
Yeah. Elegant Tomeliths have been removed. The rate at which Icebound Tomeliths spawn have been adjusted. Icebound Tomeliths that have been destroyed will now regenerate after a fixed amount of time has passed. The amount of data stored in large and small Icebound Tomeliths has been adjusted. The max HP of large and small Icebound Tomeliths has been adjusted, and various adjustments have been made to the terrain and placement of Icebound Tomeliths.
These adjustments have been made to the terrain. You completely terraform the map into
Yeah.
a triangle.
Yeah.
Just various adjustments.
It's always looked like that.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah. So
I
that's,
would assume the
yeah.
adjustments to the data stored in the tomeless is more like, so instead of the random 360 and 70 that it is right now, they're more like something like 50 and 200 or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Also, I don't like that they respawn. That was what I liked about Shatter.
I agree.
Unlike Seas and Onsal Hakar, like you can account for the ones that will never appear again.
Right, because you knew
Isn't that
where you'd
why
been.
it's called Shatter?
Yes. I'm pretty
Yes.
sure that's why it is called Shatter, yes.
Well, now they can unshatter Mela.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. They
Yeah.
just keep doing it and getting away with it. They
Yeah.
can't keep this up.
They can't keep getting away.
The designated tactical rating required to win a campaign in Onsal Haker has been
fine.
decreased from 1,600 to 1,400.
SoH is the only one that I don't actually get bored in. So
Yeah,
you don't need to do it for that one.
no, but
It's the most fun PvP map they've made.
so at this point,
Frontline map.
all of the front lines has been changed, but the Shatter is the only one that's been increased. So
Yes, but also the map has been made smaller.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
yeah.
2,000 is too much though.
Well, we'll see. It depends
we
on how
don't
much we
know-
get from the tomelets.
The cadence
We don't
of the
know
map
the
might
rate
look
of-
better, yeah.
Yeah.
In order to rework the duty in light of frontline PvP adjustments, players will be temporarily unable to register for the Borderland Ruins Secure.
Oh,
Rest in
no.
peace. Grand Company affiliation and Grand Company bases have been adjusted to display more prominently in the UI.
That's
oh,
nice.
so it's like
It has
yeah,
a
What?
hexagon,
yeah.
and it's just got a star. Hopefully, it doesn't have that massive red circle. That's just a
No,
highlight.
I don't think so.
Although that's amusing because that indicates that they weren't quite sure whether it would be prominent enough to show, so
Right.
they had to put a circle around it so you knew which one was prominently displayed.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
This is the new map of Shatter.
Wow, this is. It's so much smaller.
Yeah.
Just looking at it now, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it is.
This is insane.
Yeah, this is on SoH.
No, this is on Sol.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was about to say
No,
that
Melee,
late.
You were supposed to
Oh,
let
sorry.
them keep going
Sorry.
as long as possible.
Sorry, no, I just.
In my mind, it was already happening because I was trying to figure out why there was a river all of a sudden.
I was like, this Shatter map is.
It's
Yeah.
got the thingy
But
going in the
that's
middle, and
that's sad because that shows that because we know that the new Shatter is also a triangle. It is now so
Yeah.
hard to see the difference if you don't know what they are already. That's interesting. I'm assuming that's also where the bases are in Shatter. So
Probably.
there you go. The battle high gauge has been adjusted to display more prominently. Is it?
Cool.
I don't know what it looks like right now off the top of my head. I'll take their word
Yeah,
for
I'm
it.
sure they're right, but
the gauge.
yeah,
It doesn't have the flag, I don't think.
Oh,
Is that
It's-
the only
it's-
difference?
the
It's
flag.
the bar, it's the number, and it's the icon.
They're doing a lot more to make you like see what team you're on, because that has been
Yeah.
a problem in the past. So
Yeah.
I guess that's what it is. Okay.
If you're a freak like Mela who's changed the colors of the other
Yeah.
teams, then yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god! Please stop being so ableist. It's
But also,
unacceptable.
yeah. Okay. Anyway, score info.
What you say? If I was on like colorblind mode, you'd be like, "God, you're a freak for changing that mode. Leave me alone. It's easy
No,
for me."
because that's the colorblind mode is designed to make them
It's
as
easier for
contrasting as they
me.
are. You're not colorblind.
I'm not, but it's easy for me to see them like that.
Okay.
That's so
Otherwise-
defensive, the way he
We're
said
such
that.
Yeah.
cruel people to
Yeah.
each
You are.
other.
Yeah. You can have whatever color you want, Mela, but you can't complain. But now you don't have to
I
because
don't have to complain.
it literally they've made it very clear now what team you're on.
Mm.
In addition to having a flag on the battle high gauge, you also there's now the new HUD element that I talked about, which also makes it
Nice.
very clear what team you are on.
That's a nice one.
Yeah,
Better than
I
the
really
little
like
duty
this.
log.
yeah. Duty log is horrendous.
But don't worry, you can change it back if you don't like this.
It is
Oh, I
boomer
will.
proof. So, and the winning team name will now be displayed in Japanese when the in-game language is set to Japanese.
Oh, okay.
No,
the
no,
winning
they're-
team will now be displaying Japanese from now on.
Daily challenge frontline will now give PvP series EXP.
Very necessary.
Nice.
Yes,
That's
very-
I
very
don't know
nice
why.
to read.
Because who's doing a frontline outside of the daily challenge? To
Right.
be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're going for the
Steel Rock
achievements,
wins.
then
Well, yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
But still.
Okay, new items have been added. So here is the raid gear.
I think this is the raid gear.
This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the raid gear because it's glowing.
Right.
Yeah.
Raid gear now glows and I love it and I can't
Look.
get enough.
Now you get to have a glowy dress, Lukiel.
Hmm.
Do you not think the white mage one or the healer one looks so good with just the scarf thing, like with a gem? I think that looks brilliant.
It
The
looks
hat
like
dumb.
It looks.
I wish it wasn't attached to a robe.
Well, I mean, I'm fair. Yeah,
I
agree
am
with
somewhat reminded of the relic gear from Eureka.
In Eureka.
I like
I
the
agree.
Relic Gear in Eureka.
Mm. It's still a
I was a
robe.
big fan of that.
You-
The
No, I agree with
scarf
you.
would. I'd love it so much more if it wasn't a robe, because the scarf is really cool.
It is cool.
Mm.
Yeah, but it is
They've
on a
toned
robe.
it down a little bit for this set, but I still like them, and I think I think that's necessary. I think they went
No.
really all out for the old
Chat,
one.
Chat, we can use pants, but the problem is a lot of body pieces cover your pants anyway, and I suspect this one will.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does
It
not
definitely will.
remove.
You,
They don't just yeah.
you can't
what are
see
on about?
my. I mean, obviously, we probably are wearing pants under there, but you can't see the pants.
We're not Scottish.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
All right. Grand prize winning entries from the Final Fantasy XIV weapon design contest have been added,
Oh,
so
look how
here they are
good
in
they
game.
look. Except for that Dark Knight weapon sticking into the floor. Unless
The
it has a
Gunbreaker.
really just
The Gunbreaker one. I mean, I'm sorry, but why did the texture not load for that one, or what happened? Why does
we'll
it
have
look
to see
so
that
matte?
one in game. It just it looks very matte.
Looks like it's made of clay.
Maybe
But
it is
The
matte.
Paladin one, no, beautiful.
well, that's just Paladin core. That's just
Paladin
what. That's
core
just.
is beauty. Paladin core is lively.
I mean,
It's
I
so
feel like I've seen it before, but yeah, it
good.
is nice.
You have Emmerich wears it.
Yeah.
We don't have a blue sword like that.
Yeah, you can see inside the scholar weapon. It is a pallet.
Yeah, the palette.
Yay.
I am a little worried that when we write in it, it'll be kind of weird because it's not a book.
Right.
But okay.
Sage not looking as hot in game. Out of the four, that's probably one of the weaker
Looking
ones.
like a bad dragon special.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. The astrologian one looks good.
Like the Hank.
It looks good in action. I still wish, and I don't know why they can't do that, but the cards are always the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I
that-
think they should make changes to them based on the weapon design too.
Yeah.
That would be cool, but I feel like it's too late for them to do that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Because
too
I
late to
imagine it's like
apologise.
I think it's like the thermometer on Machinist.
Yeah.
Gorse barrel.
And then there's some.
It's
All
the
on the
melee
Lalas.
DPS.
These
I
are
like
good.
this is very funny to me because it's like they watch us raid because all of our melee DPS are Lalafell too.
True.
Yeah, so you can see what you're gonna look like.
Yeah.
Also, like they understood how bad gear looks on Lalafell. It's like, well, we'll do the one with the most people on as all Lalafell. It's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
I think these
the
look
weapons
so
look good. Yeah.
So good.
And then we
Mhm.
have the ranged DPS.
I think
Range
these
looks
look
great.
so good as well. So good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed.
The machinist has
With all
like
of
a glowy thing at the barrel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do
look
you remember
like
him showing you? But he said the white balance was so difficult we could
Yeah.
bear, and he was tilting the paper up and down.
Yeah. And then ranged. Oh, and look, the lantern does
It
Yeah.
tilt
does.
correctly. Thank
So
God.
that's-
I mean, it does tilt
Poggers.
correctly, but I suspect that's
oh, it's static.
entirely model based.
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
not
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
based
But
on
at least
like,
they-
actual physics.
They actually had that in mind when they
Mhm.
designed it,
Yes.
so that's good.
But it looks very
Red
cool.
Mage.
It does look cool.
You're not it. Red Mage, Gunbreaker, and Sage weakest three.
Yeah, okay.
I've seen a lot of people say they really like the Red Mage one, which is interesting because I don't think
Me
we've
too.
ever been that high on it.
No, I think it's fine, but it is just like a glowing piss yellow stick.
Yeah. When my
I need to
graphics
see it in
card
game to see how good it looks.
when my graphics card on my iMac died, like when it started to like really die, gear used to have that color. Like it turned into that color. It reminds me of like a graphical issue. But you know, it's cool. Crafted gear.
I love FF10. Yes. Do the jack shot.
Kill.
Yeah.
The kill.
Yeah.
Zoom in on his neck.
Oh,
It's
No! I what?
crooked neck boy. It's so funny.
It's solo rest now. But there he is. God.
What the fuck?
He
I love it. The
Ellison
emerging
are
tortoise.
their necks are fundamentally broken. Like they need
Oh
to
yeah,
A menace.
real freak.
save this man's neck, dude. He's not right. But yeah, this looks good.
That boy ain't right.
No, boy ain't right. Yep. It is what it is. Looks nice-ish. Adjustments have been made to the graphics of the following equipment. They made changes to the Valentian Rose ribbon gloves, Forget-Me-Not ribbon gloves, and Acacia ribbon gloves.
What?
A portion of the above equipment will now display the skin tone. Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Of the player's character model as a result of this change. Note that the affected portions may not display under certain conditions.
This happens with like every pair of tights.
Is this
that they
so?
have,
Is
pretty
what
much.
is it because they? I don't understand the issue. Is it because they model it after a certain NPC and then the NPC's skin tone is just left on?
Possibly.
That's
Maybe,
very strange, but it's fixed, and now you can equip Valention, all the Valention
That's
emissary
it's this
gear,
year's Valentian gear,
regardless of
You
gender.
know, the one that was related to the storyline of being able to wear whatever you wanted, regardless of gender.
Yes,
They
that
have
was a
I
great.
really-
Yeah.
It really was just like a timing issue, sadly.
But it made for a very funny commentary.
Yes.
Yes, it did.
Yes. The following additions and adjustments have been made to the glamour system. Items stored in the glamour dresser and armoire can now be selected from the drop-down menu when performing Cast Glamour at an in-room. Casting a glamour using equipment stored in the glamour dresser and armoire will not consume a glamour prism.
Ooh, a grammar prism.
Oh, I love grammar prisms.
I love a good grammar prism.
Yeah.
Oh.
In addition, equipment held by retainers will also now be displayed in the Cast Glamour menu. As before, the retainer must be summoned in order to cast glamours using the equipment in their possession. So that's good. We like that. Radiant's gear can now be purchased in exchange for sacks of nuts from guild ship hunt vendors. So bring out your
Into the
nuts.
nut vendor you go.
New items available in exchange for achievement certificates have been added. That's huge.
Fine.
Yeah,
The last time we got an
Whoa.
update to this was base 5.0 and they gave us a fucking ribbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan is back on the job.
Another ribbon.
Yeah. Oh, you know what
fingers
though?
crossed.
He has shown us some mounts. So I mean, there is a chance.
I think I know what mount it is. We'll see it later.
Yeah.
I think it's not the one that anyone wants it to be.
No.
I think we all
No.
an axolotl, don't we?
Yeah. Certain items can now be sold, desynthesized, or submitted for expert delivery missions. Cool. Number of island prisms
Wow.
yielded from crafting has been increased from 1 to 3. So that's in preparation
goodness.
for the
That's pretty cool.
housing system. Furnishing system. The new conditions have been added for expert recipes. These conditions may appear when using expert recipes newly added in patch 6.4, and it's called Good Omen and guarantees good material condition for the next step.
That's useful.
That's really
nice.
convenient to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After synthesizing an item in the crafting log, the list of recipes will automatically adjust upon redisplay so that items before and after the crafted item are visible. The list.
That's
What?
good actually, because it defaults to like the top of the list, I think.
Oh. Okay, that's good. That is good. That is very annoying if that's what it is. So
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a hard sentence to pass, but I didn't think I
I know it was a bit confusing.
yeah. New miner and botanist gathering points have been added. New items.
It's that patch.
Yeah,
it's that
new
patch.
items to the gathering points. Gathering attempts and integrity bonuses have been added to certain legendary nodes.
Nice.
Aquarium, here it is. Aquarium has been added to the filter settings in the fish guide. So
This is less cool than you think it is. It's not actual breeding.
no.
It's when you search via the fish guide, it will let you search for specific fish that are of specific sizes or whether they're fresh or saltwater.
Yeah.
Breeding has been added.
It's just such a weird way of phrasing it.
Give us real
Yeah.
fish breeding, cowards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us breed fish.
Let us, yeah. That's all I want in this
Breed.
game.
Such
Let
a
us
horrible
breed
thing.
fish so that they can eat their own eggs like the
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
monsters that they are.
Yeah, and then I will
Horrible.
eat their eggs while they watch because I love
Yeah.
caviar.
The egg
New-
economy.
New fishing holes have been added. The following additions adjustments were made to ocean fishing. They've added a new route, which we've talked about before.
Nice.
That's the Kugane route.
Sorry, it's now the indigo route or the ruby route, which are the
So the one up north,
Players,
or whatever.
yeah,
or
players
west.
may now select between 2 different routes when embarking on a voyage, so you can choose.
Yes, you can choose.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Don't dislike that, I suppose.
That's good, especially if there are very specific fish that only happen. Yeah, I guess.
Well,
but
this is very useful because right now, this is nice because it allows you to immediately select the new route at any
Yes.
point.
That's true.
yes, level cap for desynthesis still going.
I'm
the
not.
way.
I'm not.
Mel,
I don't.
it's never too late to start. The level cap has only been increased from 620 to 640.
I mean, I agree.
So it's never too late.
Do you remember in the old days when you had to pick 3, and if you went up too many levels in one, it would start subtracting levels from the other ones?
yes.
That was bad.
Yeah.
But I just don't care enough.
No, I don't care.
Well,
either.
the thing is, I just use it to get rid of things I don't want.
That's what I do. It's
But-
passive.
But you get rid of
you
things,
used
but
to-
you gain new things that you don't want.
But no,
but like sellable things.
sellable things. Yeah.
I guess.
You can't sell like bonded gear.
Right, I see that. I guess. Yeah. Okay. New mounts have been added. This grotesque being the
The Auroch.
yeah.
I suspect this is what is available from Jonathas. This feels like the level of disappointment that I expect.
100%. You ever wanted to ride an Aurochs? Yeah, is the answer. And now you can.
Their faces are disgusting.
They are.
Like, it's
They're
hard
really
to pass what exactly they
It's
are.
horrendous looking.
It's actually a horrendous burn wound that they also
I
been molded into one
I've
flesh.
said
blob.
this before. I really hate like basic big mounts.
Yeah,
This is
I
just
agree.
an overworld mob. Like this is like the
I like
the NM
I
in
will
the
say
the boss in the Fate in Middle Enosia.
Yeah.
I will say I like when they add just mobs as mounts. I think that's cool. I just think this is not one of my favorite overworld mobs.
Right. No.
They've been very good at variety in the past year or so. In like Heavenswood Stormblood, it was 7 types of pigeons
hmm
and like 3 horses or whatever. And now it's I mean they're finally getting into a good mount game.
Yes.
It is
I
nice
feel-
to see like a normal creature. You're right.
Yeah.
I feel as if Aurochs have been pretty much like supplanted in the overworld by just actual elephants nowadays.
Yes, I guess. New Chocobo Barding, which is Golbez themed.
Golbesian.
New Minion, which is the Ruby Weapon.
That's an unusual request. I guess that's from Tataru or something. Or...
Probably.
I would suspect so.
Yeah. Following
Cute.
adjustments, new accessories. So,
He's got a moustache.
Yes.
new accessories have been added. Fashion accessories may now be configured separately from mounts on the pet hotbar. To access these settings, open the character configuration menu, select the hotbar settings tab, and scroll down to the pet hotbar display settings section. A help function has been added to the fashion accessories window, and glasses and wing accessories will now display when engaged in battle in the overworld.
No.
Note that umbrella and parasol accessories will temporarily disappear until battles are over. The pet hotbar will not display while you have a weapon drawn.
Convenient.
Don't worry, there's a way around that.
Here's
Blue mage.
here's so now we made it to system. Now we need to speed up, but this is interesting. The following additions and adjustments have been made to character creation. These adjustments will also apply when editing a character with Fantasia, summoning the Aesthetician, or when editing a retainer's appearance. The expansion pack required to select certain races will now be displayed if you have yet to register a license for that expansion. I believe right now it's just grayed out. Doesn't really tell you why it's grayed out. It's just grayed out. When adjusting character sliders, a marker will now display the slider's previously selected value.
I like that.
That's useful.
RGB values will now be displayed when selecting certain features, including eye color, skin color, and hair color. Interesting.
Okay.
That's useful, but you can't pick anything on. You
It's
can't
not
pick
a-
it anywhere on the scale. So
Right.
it's
Yeah, it's
just-
not a spectrum
No.
still. It just tells you what the
It's
RGB
strange.
value is for some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's nice to know your character's RGB skin color value.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
If
And
you
it-
want to give a commissioner like very specific details about your character when you want them to draw it, that you have that information.
yeah. An additional help message will now display when saving character appearance data. Sure. When selecting a character's date of birth and patron deity, an additional help message will display to inform players that the choices have no effect on gameplay.
This don't matter. Pick whatever.
That's so
That's
funny.
so funny. Oh my god.
That's so dumb now.
That's almost a little
It's
bit
so
embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. It's like they didn't want this system at all.
Really excited to play this new game, Final Fantasy 14. So I'm making my character. Oh, my character's birthday patron data. This will have no effect on any. It's a meaningless choice. Pick whatever the hell you want.
Oh, it has an effect on marriage. That is true, Hero. It does affect what shows up then. But otherwise, it will never affect gameplay.
It's like real horoscopes.
Yes, true.
That is true. An additional help message will display when attempting to select a congested world as a character's homeworld. I wanted to say, I saw that in chat as well. I thought about that. The fact that they're adding RGB values might be an indication of something that might come later. Because right now, adding RGB values is completely like pointless for other reasons than, art. If you want to recreate it somewhere else. It might mean that we might be getting something to the character creator later, but I don't know.
Yes.
They've made some achievement changes. They've added new achievement titles, all that shit. Read that in the patch notes, linked in the description. Certain quests will now display as question marks in the recommendations window to prevent spoilers.
Nice.
Right.
In order to prevent server congestion immediately after the release of patch 6.4, we will be implementing multiple field instances for Radzat Han, Garlemald, and Elpis. So there you go. Those are the big areas this patch. We will monitor server activity and remove this feature when congestion is determined to no longer be an issue. So specific instances can be selected when entering an area or teleporting via Aetheryte. Remember that when you're in a party, if you're doing content with a party, because that's a problem. Yeah, if you have friends, that is. The option to display prices with fee included has been added to the market board.
Thank fuck.
Yeah.
Yay. 420.
Yeah. The following additions and adjustments have been made to retainers. New items can now be obtained from quick exploration ventures. New retainer exploration ventures have been added. The layout of the retainer exploration venture window has been adjusted to include a search feature and a venture history.
This is
really
big.
good.
Yeah,
this is good.
That's genuinely pretty nice.
Yeah. So good quality of life change. They've made changes to gear sets. You can now use it from the beginning of the game. You can have up to 100 gear sets.
Fine.
When registering a gear set to a hotbar, the gear set's item level will now be displayed on the tooltip.
That's nice.
Yeah, and a guide on using gear sets has been added to the gear set list. When changing to a newly acquired job, the players can now choose whether or not to transfer hotbar/cross hotbar settings from their associated class. Oh, this is huge.
Yeah,
because currently,
classic.
the moment you become a job from a class, your hotbar just resets.
It's so bad.
And it is so confusing.
Yeah, you know what? I needed this in 2.0.
Yes. So annoying.
Great for new players.
To prevent unintended overrides of hotbar/cross hotbar settings, this window will no longer display after progressing through job quests. This prompt will not apply to Scholar, as its actions differ greatly from Arcanist. That makes sense.
We only share two skills.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So there you go. That's like a window that pops up that tells you everything, and you can choose to either transfer, wait, or cancel. New stickers to the G-Post feature has been added, or rearrange the words in that sentence to make it correct. The duties that can be recorded have changed. No one cares, but there it is.
Why? Just the 8th circle?
I know.
What, in the Mother Crystal still? What is
this? Necessary.
So, Rollo, the reason I think it's still the Mother Crystal is because it is the only trial that you can do with NPCs. So this is like one of the only opportunities that people have to use the duty recorder if they want to.
We've used
when
it
they
now.
can't get a whole party to agree to it.
I want to take a little screenshot of the title.
We've used it, and it's actually okay.
It's good because once you've turned it on, it'll record everything.
The full fight. The full instant.
I thought at first, based on the description you got in game, that it would only do one run, like the latest run would be recorded.
Fight. Yeah,
but at the end, when you finish the encounter, it'll be like, okay, here's everything you've done in this run, and you can go through. You can switch to all the different people. You can pause. You can. It's good, but it's lost almost all of the functionality that it originally had. So it's very stripped down and very pointless.
It might not have needed the functionality that it all had. I mean, a lot of that was nice.
Yeah.
But, like, you probably can do a lot of that anyway right now.
Yeah, but yeah, whatever. It is what it is.
I mean, the fact that it's restricted to 3 in duties makes it kind of pointless. Ultimately.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's also.
I mean,
it also
presumably it's going to switch from the 8th circle soon anyway.
But what is so stupid is that it is super difficult to even get the duty recorder to turn on because everyone has to agree to it, and you have to tick it in the
if you don't
before you go in.
Even if people agree to it, it doesn't work.
So why is it there's already so many ways to prevent abuse of the system? Why are they
and why are they picking Euphrosyne?
Yeah, I don't know.
What you want to do is the most recent 4 Savages and Ultimates.
Good luck getting 24 people to say yes to duty record.
Why the last floor too? I don't you would need the most help on the earlier floors, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
all 4 floors you're going to need to review and practice.
Yeah. Okay.
Strange.
It is strange. We have to move on. New portrait accents for adventure plates have been added.
Nice.
The following additions and adjustments have been made to portraits. New accents, poses. Portraits will now display at the start of the following duties for treasure hunt dungeons and seasonal event instance dungeons.
Cool.
There you go. A message will now display in the portraits menu when no gear sets have been registered. If a character's current gear appearance does not match the last saved gear set they used for the specific portrait, a message will be displayed indicating the gear that does not match.
This is so useful.
A visual discrepancy has been detected in currently equipped gear. Please confirm that the appearance of the item in the following categories are consistent with registered gear sets. So it tells you head, hands, legs in this example.
The good thing is that it tells you now.
Yes.
Because at the moment, it does not tell you until you see it.
Right.
And then you feel the shame of it not being set.
Yeah.
The horrible stare.
Yeah. The following additions and adjustments are made to player commendations. When the display of portraits is enabled for player commendations, they will now also display after matches in Crystalline Conflict.
Nice.
Player commendations may now be given by selecting a player and either double-clicking them or pressing the OK button twice.
Wait, what? Why the OK button
twice? Because everyone has an OK button underneath them.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Double click is nice, though.
The position of the settings window has been adjusted in player commendation window. Following adjustments are made to display names. We've talked about this, so this is a thing, but it shows your job and your
very nice.
your
role.
Or your role.
Very
You can also change smallest to display name size. You can change the sizes if you want. So very good. The following additions and adjustments have been made to Party Alliance chat. Access these settings via the character configuration menu by selecting the log window settings tab followed by name display settings. So here you go. You can do a lot here. You can change.
Harvey made it. It's no longer cloud.
Right.
Oh, I love it. Examples too.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, I love
Stop
it.
nagging me. I know.
So yeah, that's good. That's you can choose to show jobs, roles, or do not display. The option to display class, job, and role icons in the chat log has been added. We just watched that. We don't need to go through that. When joining a recruiting party, the following categories will now be displayed in the chat log: objective, comment, and duty finder settings. Oh,
that's convenient.
That is
because that
nice.
logs it.
Yeah. An option to align the party list to the bottom of the screen has been added. Applying this setting via the system menu by choosing HUD layout, selecting the party list, accessing UI element settings via the gear icon, and then finally checking the appropriate box.
See, I didn't understand why this was nice, but I've since learned that some people align their party chat to the bottom of the screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see how it is now. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Default positioning and size of the alliance lists have been adjusted. Their default display has been changed to the bottom right of the screen with size set to 80%. This adjustment will not affect current displays and will only be reflected when creating a new character or returning the HUD layout to default settings.
Fine,
Good, because it'll be weird to change it like that.
Oh my god. Target
This
to
is
attack
bogus.
6, target to attack 7, and target to attack 8 have been added to
Yes.
signs.
Oh, the new icon.
But look,
Yeah.
we can add
No,
3
you can
more.
try to do odds and evens.
We can add 3
It's
more.
easy.
After a ready check is completed, a sound effect dependent on the result will now play. Oh, so it'll go
That's
like ding,
very
or
useful.
if someone's not ready.
Those are danger bongos.
Yeah. I'm hoping there are new sounds. Otherwise, it might not be as easy to understand that that's what's playing. An option to store newly obtained items in the last open inventory slot has been added.
I love this. This is so. I much
that's
prefer
cool.
this.
What does that mean?
As in it. You know how it automatically place it in the very last slot in your inventory.
Oh, so it'll be easier to see what you just got. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, no, I like that. The option to enable or disable hotbar replacement has been added. Yes,
Well,
fine.
we talked about that earlier.
Yeah, classification of companions in click filter settings have been changed from NPC objects to pets minions. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. PlayStation
PS
Plus members
players.
may now register 1 additional Aetheryte as a free destination.
That's quite nice.
Yeah.
Do you need PS Plus
yeah,
to play this
I mean-
game online? I forgot.
You don't need
don't.
to. But yeah.
But I have it, so
Yeah.
now I can get 2 free
Does
teleports.
that cycle over to your Windows account?
Yeah, it's
Like-
bound to your account.
I would
Yeah.
assume so. It's normally account bound. not-
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
useful. Then I'll
Yeah.
get that.
The following additions and adjustments have been made to the friend list on PlayStation 4 and 5. A PS icon will be displayed if both a player and their friend are logging in from a PlayStation 4,
That's
PlayStation 5
nice. Why
console.
not?
PlayStation Network profiles may be viewed via sub-command if both a player and their friend are logging in from a PlayStation 4 slash
Oh,
PlayStation 5
that's
console.
nice.
So you can like friend list. Wait, that's interesting.
It's an interesting concept, but
Yeah. Members of the same party are also playing on a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 console will now appear on the player's Met screen on the PlayStation Network. There's tighter integration with the PlayStation, I guess. That's good.
Yeah.
A PS icon will be displayed in the contact list if both a player and the contact are logging in from a PlayStation console. All right, more.
Oh, I want to shame them. Show me, the PC player. I want to see the PS icon.
Yeah.
agreed.
All right, some new stuff. You can read that in the patch notes. Additions and adjustments have been made to text commands. Read that at your own time. Additions have been made to the auto translation dictionary. Okay. Data center travel system updates. An additional help message will now display when the player chooses to visit another data center. A sound effect and gamepad vibration will now be used to indicate a character has successfully moved to another data center.
I'm gonna be
nice.
moving all the
More
time.
updates and trophies to PlayStation, and they've made changes to the Mac version. Mac computers utilizing the Apple Silicon chipset M1, M2 have been added as supported models.
Hey,
The launcher design has been updated to the latest version. New
That's
music.
nice.
They've been using the old one for the longest
Oh
time.
my god, they've had the glossy one for so long. All right, well there you go. Those are the patch notes.
That's all she wrote.
That is very hyped for the patch. Lots of content coming up. By the time, when you're watching this on YouTube, hopefully you're in the process of downloading it or potentially even playing it right now. So I hope you're enjoying that. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back next
We
week.
really do need to wrap up because
Georgi has
he's
got an appointment. He has some stuff on. He's busy.
The doctor's appointment for his bunions.
Right. We'll be back same time, same place. Post 6.4 release, which means we are going to do a spoiler cast next week, I guess.
No.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. Oh god, I repeated myself. I meant to say follow us on Twitter at SpeakersXIV, twitch.tv/SpeakersOfIreland, youtube.com/SpeakersXIV, exclamation Discord in chat if you want to join our Discord server. If you're watching on demand, links in the description. Remember to send us MogMail, speakersXIV.com/MogMail. We'll see you in the post show if you're watching live. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.